Muselk, he needs it.
He's showing up in a big way. Let's go. He's doing really well today. A lot of people counting him out. He's holding up well. They do seriously well. Obviously, king of the meme strats. This doesn't look like very memey to me. This looks like a solid strategy.
Yo, what's
this
up, guys?
Where any player in this lobby would want to be right now. Get a great shot coming through here. We see Jesse taking some serious damage again, though. He just can't find his way into these zones. He's got the shields, but he's going through them quickly. That's pretty much it now. He's going to have one big pot to his name. And only
Were we not live?
Yep, tough situation.
We're live now. We're live now.
Sniped from across the map here.
Hey, how y'all doing?
He is showing up in a big way here in game number 3. We'll see if he can continue to roll as he's now just
welcome everyone.
Barely misses that one on Harpy.
You were talking about Zexo earlier. He goes down the feed. Link taking down Twiz. OCE World Cup players taking down each other. See how they go. We see this bottom left side. See Zone starts pulling towards Nyrox. He's used his competitive experience to go front side of Zone. Cypher taking down Sosman as well, a World Cup solo player. Storm Surge might come out again. These players need to do some serious damage quickly.
Yep, Jax just picked up one. Elevate going to get taken down as well. So another disappointing finish for Elevate. Jesse gets tagged from behind here. We currently see Muselk sitting in Storm.
This is getting intense.
As fast as he can. Needs to rotate as quick as he can. He's going to barely survive. Another flopper should be just fine. Meanwhile, Jesse really tagged up in a tough spot. The action is going.
Guys, welcome to the stream. How you guys doing?
Look how far that rotation is to the circle from some of these players.
Jesse's got to try and get some damage in here. He needs to get forward. Airwax, I believe, is the player that's holding him out, but there's so many people here I can't tell. No, it's Sync. It's one of his fellow OC players holding him down. The RPG comes out and takes
Muselk is still in. Muselk is on top. Are you serious?
He talks about high ground not being a huge advantage, but Muselk using it in a big way, making it to rotating zones.
Oh, dude.
One of the most stacked solo storms we've seen. Cease taking down Will. Jax taking down Christ. We've got so many names going down now. Epic Werewolf player you were looking for just goes down the feed.
Oh, Muselk, no!
Goes down to Storm, unfortunately.
GG.
Nyrox going down 2 now.
And look at the kill feed at the top left of your screen.
Who's gonna
right
win?
Now.
Who's gonna win?
With Worthy with high ground in a good spot, but getting tagged up. The circle's gonna flank now. An aimbot gets a good shot in.
It's the flopper play I was talking about. He takes the high ground late with the floppers.
Yeah, exactly right. Now there's only 7 players left in this lobby. A lot of Australian players still left. Volks is one of them.
Dylan.
Raised by Kings. Volks trying to do his thing.
Dylan's
3 players in the Storm. Volks probably in the best position to win this game. We'll see if he can close it out. But it is going to be H-King with rockets from high ground. H-King trying to close one out. He's up there as well. The shots coming out from behind. Someone taking high ground late off him. He has no materials. He's dropping down. Needs to find this elimination. Using
Shouldn't have popped that many.
Storm. He's taking a fair bit of Storm damage though. Volks is just in front of him, trying to find his way in. The shots come out. He can't even see who's doing it. It's Worthy. It's OC on OC. Worthy trying to finish it off on Volks. He's just in front of him. He can't get it. There's someone still alive, I believe, higher up. He is back in Storm. We haven't got eyes on him. It's
Japan's very own Rory. He's going to try and drop the floor underneath him. Currently going to be able to finally do it. Worthy versus Rory in a 1 versus 1. How epic is this? Australia versus Japan. Rory's going to get RPG'd, trying to survive with high ground. Has a great amount of mats to his name as well.
He's got 6 floppers too. He can take a fair bit of Storm if he has to. With those mats and that high ground, he can hold it. There's nothing Worthy can do to get him down, but Worthy has 7 materials, takes the shots.
Well done.
Lasers him as he falls down. The shots come out. He needs to break this tarp right now. Rory has all the advantage on the high ground, but Worthy's not looking like he does. He's doing the best. He knocks him out again. Rory shoots and catches himself. These are 2 of the best players I've ever seen.
And you got to think Worthy is in a pretty tough situation here. Rory should be able to close this one out, but Worthy is going to put some damage on Rory, who keeps
unlucky, man. Such a hard position to play.
GG's,
GG's.
Epic 1 versus 1 fight to close that out. Congratulations to Japan's Rory.
He's got 15 points there. We know
guys, GG's in the chat. That was a good game.
So he has 10 points plus the 2 eliminations. So he went from 3 points in the first 2 to now
good job
12
Worthy on second place.
See how he goes with this one. Sorry, 13. So see how he closes this one out. That was an insane game. Japan coming out on top in a big way. See if they can find out how they go.
Ozzy, I have a note on my notepad here as a talking point that I wanted to chat with you if we had time about our standings. Europe was in 1st, North America was in 3rd, and the rest was Australia and New Zealand. The key point coming into this, where's Asia? Now, Rory comes out on top and shakes.
So guys, welcome to the stream. So I just woke up like an hour ago, so don't mind me. But yeah, I unmodded all my mods in the stream because I had like 40 and I didn't stream anymore, so just unmodded everyone. But thank you all for coming out. I think we still got another 3 games of AO solos. So this is live in Melbourne right now, for anyone who doesn't know. But guys, welcome. Thank you so much for coming out. How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Volks.
Haven't streamed in a while, so
and then we had Rory in our top 3, I believe. So 2 Australian players, 1 Japanese player. Ultimately, in the end, it was Rory who came out on top. The standings are going to be quite significantly changed here. We also saw some fun things happen. Muselk turned up in a big way and made it towards that late game.
I'm trying to figure out where my super chats go. I can't even find them. Analytics, viewer activities. Oh, there we go. Go say, what 20 is this? Solo or duos? Yeah, solos. So it's the Fortnite Australian Open solos. They had the trios pro-am yesterday, but today it's just solos. So the best of Australia and New Zealand, with a couple of extra people flying over. Yeah, Amy, how you doing? How you doing, Amy? Yeah, Zero, thank you, bro. Frosty with 2, hello, Flay, I'm a huge fan. Hope this helps. Yeah, Frosty, thank you, brother. Yo, what's up, Noah? What's up, Josh? How you doing, brother? Silent, yo, Flea, can you watch me sometime? I play Combat Pro. I don't watch people, sorry, man. Sorry, brother.
First time in Australia, how exciting is it to be here? First time here in Australia? Having a good time. Super exciting towards the end of that match. Very intense. What was he feeling?
But I did good job, I think.
So he's obviously performing against some of the best from around the world and here in Australia. He's representing Japan. What's he thinking about that? He must have some expectation on himself.
Yo, Vault, what's up, man? What's up, Dynamic? How you doing, dude?
Compete with all the world #1 people, but he's really excited. And
Happy, excited, guys. Our winner for Game 3, Rory, well done. Back to you, Ben.
Thanks, Adrian. Yeah, it's a very big sugoi for me as well. An amazing game coming out from Rory. Takes it out, a victory royale. Going to start making his way up towards the top of the leaderboard after match number 3. And Pookie, as we said, you know, a winner from the Northern Hemisphere, a winner from Asia, and then a winner from Australia as well. So we're spreading the love so
Hayes, what's up, man?
I don't think we could have asked for better winners so far. You know, we've been talking about this all day today, all day yesterday. This is an international tournament, and these guys are proving us right. You love to see it. Now, that final engagement, I know that Ozzy talked about it just a little bit, but
use code FLAY? Yeah, guys, use code FLAY on shop.
Between Worthy and Rory, you know, that went on for a very long time. You typically don't see a final 1v1 stretch on for very long. So I was on the edge of my seat. I know that everybody in the crowd was on the edge of their seat as well. And that is just the first half of the day. We are going to take a little bit of a break, let these players regroup, refresh themselves, maybe rethink their strategy a bit. And while we do that, we are going to look at some of the replays coming out of that last game. You can see Westy here just absolutely obliterating his opponent's Magma, not getting enough out.
Dude, Muselk did so well.
Pretty early. Westy there again, just playing aggressively, symmetrical. We've seen how much damage he's been doing all day, and he is able to continue that into Game 3. These guys are playing so
Lazim, what's up, dude?
Which, to be in a LAN setting and to be a little bit nervous is a huge testament to their professionalism as players.
Absolutely, yeah. It's incredible to see, particularly for some of those players who haven't had that opportunity. And there's the 1v1.
There's nothing you could do low ground with no maps like that. It's just so hard.
The game, and you were laser focused in that 1v1 just because it was incredible. And they were going at it, very excited. Was Rui there, and very proud, I'm sure, as well.
Yeah, I mean, Adrian came up to talk to me and asked me something, and I was just like glued to the screen in front of us, mouth gaping, because I actually was just trying to pay attention to every single thing that was going on. It was such an intense battle, but Ruri coming out on top. Literally, he had the high ground.
High ground, yeah.
Yeah, there we go, another pun. How many is that? 7, 8?
I ran out of tallies, so.
You've been tallying?
Yeah, I've been tallying, and I gave up. I can't keep up with it. I can't keep up with it. Fortunately, when it comes to tallying the scores, we've got professionals doing that one, so let's go and take a look at our scoreboard and where we sit after match number 3. Nyrox up on top, 11 elim points, 15 placement points, 26 overall.
That's big.
So we take a look through the top 20. Any
Worthy
standouts for you, Pookie?
Well, what I'd like just to mention is the top 4 there. Very tight spread, only 4
How many control plays the top 10?
Nyrox,
1,
Trapped, and
2,
Brezo.
3.
So it's anyone's game
3.
there, but again, we've got Looter there. He's been putting on an absolute clinic today. Worthy, again, playing very aggressively. Alice getting into a bunch of engagements as well.
Not bad.
These standings in the the second half of today can certainly be shaken up. We see Volks on there. We see Bola. We see Geomok, who's also a fan favorite, also coming up. We've got Epic Whale
like
also
6
playing top
controller players in top 20.
20.
That's pretty
so,
crazy.
You know, for a lot of these guys, they're coming into their own. Taking a look here.
I'll move my camera. Yeah, my bad.
Surprised about anything we're seeing here?
See if I can
work my way through.
do that real quick.
Coming through, I had high expectation for Cease in this competition. Sitting sort of in the middle right now, so still with 3 matches remaining, plenty of time to get back into the swing of things. If you're talking about where you want to be and where you don't want to be, sure, you want to be at the top of the leaderboard, but you can also be playing the long game. It's about coming out on top at the end. So sitting there on like 9 points isn't that bad, and it's certainly a position that you could win for if you go pretty well. Heading through the rest of them for me, Benji Fishy only on 6 points total as well. Jesse, our champion from last year, sitting in 54th right now, probably.
We're only halfway, so it's not like
he was looking for, and
the end of the world for any of these
my
people.
man Muselk as well. I'm feeling it for him. He got 2 points. Nice work. That's what we want to see. A couple of Olimsa. He's getting up there. He's getting up there.
Yeah, and we were just watching him, actually. He's just very close to us in terms
Unlucky
of seating.
to everyone on 0
we were
points.
kind of watching his screen there. He looked good. He looked very comfortable, so it's great to see that he is coming out and putting on a bit of a show here, too. We've got Blackouts, 84th.
Yeah, Jerry, what's up, man? How you doing?
Coming all the way from South America, so hopefully he'll be able to move up in the second half of today. But you know what?
Is that Lucky as in like
we talk about the elimination points and all of that. Honestly, with the amount of players here that have so much experience with this massively stacked lobby, being here is a huge experience.
Yeah, and I think it's very easy to talk about a Battle Royale type game, particularly Fortnite, where you're looking at who's on top and who's not doing as well. There's 90 people playing, and they're the world's best. This isn't a 1v1 where you're going up against someone else and either you win or you lose. Either you come first or you're one of the 89 who didn't come first in that game. It is very tough, and that's what makes it so exciting. So we put a little bit of pressure on these players sometimes, and I think they
what's up, guys? Welcome back.
You have to remember, you're playing against 89 other people at the same time, and all of them are trying to come out on top, and only one can.
Guys,
so, look, sometimes it's your
make
day,
sure you're following my Twitter, Instagram.
Like I said, just being here is an achievement in and of itself.
I'm uploading a preview to my next box fight map. It is literally insane. Like, I was making it, and I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. And then like I started working on it a lot, and I'm like, whoa, this is insane. So I'm gonna be posting previews on Twitter and Instagram today, and then the video is gonna be up on YouTube tomorrow. It's pretty crazy. Just thought I'd let you guys know.
There, but again, we've got a ton of controller.
Pretty happy for this map coming out.
And they are showing up as well.
Yeah.
I was talking to Ozzy a little bit about.
Wow,
it,
Trap's got 12 kills. That is insane.
A lot of these guys argue that are playing on controller that
his second highest kills.
It's easier to adapt at different LAN settings because you're not having to fidget with like the height of the desk and your keyboard and all of that.
How's he got 12 kills?
Actually, that's an amazing point because when you're playing with a keyboard and mouse, I know some players go.
That's so crazy, man.
Measuring how far their keyboard and mouse is on their desk at home, and they bring it in and they try and set it up. You want to get that feeling. A lot of it, obviously, you want to get it right. A lot of it is psychological as well, I think, knowing if you have the knowledge that the setup's almost
Yo, Nally, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
You don't have to worry about it. But if you've got a controller, you can.
Yeah, I might do a box fight map tutorial.
You can sort of
I might do a tutorial on box fight maps. That's if you guys want to see it. Like, let me know in chat if you guys want to see a tutorial on how to make your own box fight map. Because I'm happy to do it. I wouldn't be able to show you like how to like make an insane one. I'll just show you how to like make a basic one, and then you can add your own like aesthetics to it.
Yeah, it's huge, and we've touched on this so many times. Being comfortable in these environments, especially for a lot of these OCE region players, it's their first LAN. So
looks like yes, you guys want to see it. How to make your own box fight map. 5 views. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Pretty soon I'm going to get them starting to ask me to bring them a coffee or something, I'm sure.
Yeah, having a pretty good time so far. I'm certainly enjoying myself here at the Australian Open. Boys downstairs, how are you going down on the cast? There's Aussie Antics, mate. You've been having the time of your life.
Oh, seriously, I mean, the hype is...
Aussie Antics is killing it, man.
This is like the grand final. This is the day of days. I'm so excited. We're talking about all my favorite players internationally and a chance for OC redemption, which it looks like they're showing up in a big way. We can see that it might be happening today.
And I'll say it's a dream dream come true to be casting Fortnite in general, but when you have Fortnite plus how amazing the storylines here today, it's literally like a mini World Cup in a lot of ways. Of course, not at that scale, but we have players from all around the world. It's a global affair, again, much like the Australian Open. We keep talking about it, but right now we're looking at the standings. You have 13 Australia, New Zealand players in the top 20. So Australia, you're showing up here today.
Yeah, I mean, it's doing very well. I mean, I don't know about you. Did you expect this to come into it? I said today I think some of those internationals were going to come out on top, but I wasn't truly sure. And I mean, some of the undercards that I picked...
How long has it been since your last stream? Quite a long time, man.
I'm getting it wrong today, but I'm still
couple of months, I reckon.
Yeah, it's been awesome to see.
I thought this would be a good thing to stream.
Pookie's probably hoping her Canadians can hold it down. We got Elevate.
The next game will be starting soon. So for anyone that just joined the stream, there's like 3 games left, I think. 3, maybe?
They brought it up on the stage, but controller players versus keyboard and mouse.
I think
2 controller players in our top 10 right now.
Yeah.
Out of the 5 total participating in this tournament as a controller player, I am
Yo,
proud
Paradox,
of
what's up, dude?
Yeah, they're doing well. I mean, same thing as well. It's been a very hot topic. And
How's your day? I just woke up like literally
but at the same time, yes, they have the
like half an hour ago.
Also, some of this building and
an hour ago.
Like, is really, really difficult. And
so I still got morning.
Eliminations being Worthy, who is not
my morning voice.
As well. So Worthy showing some
bring the streams back. Amy, I might just mod you real quick.
How do you think that's playing into his gameplay? Do you find that? Do you think it's gonna be an advantage? But he's never played land before.
Guys, who wants mod in the chat?
Or land security?
Yeah, I think it's
let me know.
Sticking to your playstyles and working on
because I unmodded everyone on my channel.
Game 3 was a prime example of that. So many different
because I had like 50 mods.
Fight where you saw people pop out of nowhere and play aggressive in a fight where you
really
expect them just to turtle up and chill, which we see pretty much happen often. Instead, they're going for a couple quick shotgun shots.
Bro, what?
Paying off really, really well.
Where am I alerts?
So I'm a firm believer that Epic has it right with keyboard and mouse.
Oh, I'm so not organized for streaming. Dude, I'm getting...
Wait, on your iPhone or phones in general.
I can hear it, but I can't see it.
I think there's a great balance there. You know, again, there's a huge advantage being able to play on keyboard and mouse. You have 50 keys plus.
Bro, I can hear. Can you guys hear that sound?
In the way you want to.
It's like someone's like donating, but I can't see it.
Exactly.
I'm confused.
Right there, but
no one's ever going to win it, but I think everyone will agree the inclusiveness is what it's about, though, right? The fact that anyone can play it and then anyone can do well, and that's the thing, right? You pick up the game, you play it on whatever format you enjoy, and I think no matter how
I'm losing my mind.
The advantage.
That's awesome. That's so true. Not everyone can afford a a PC, a high-end gaming PC.
What is that sound?
An Xbox, a
and how do I get rid of it?
A smartphone or a tablet, you can play Android. So it's amazing to see the inclusion, the accessibility of Fortnite. I said it during the broadcast.
I'm sorry, am I going crazy?
Really
what? What is that sound and how do I get rid of it?
Yeah, I mean, look at this today. Look where it brought people from around the world down to here. Like, that's crazy, right? Some of these players have been saying on their social media from the start, they've traveled a lot for gaming, but I did an interview earlier in the week here at Tennis Australia headquarters.
I'm gonna go crazy.
And I asked 7 of the players, have any of you been to the Southern Hemisphere before? All of them said no. So
what is going on?
Australia. This isn't just they've been in Melbourne. They've never left the Northern Hemisphere because that's where.
Bro, someone's like trolling me right now. I don't know how.
Life-changing is the only words you could use. I mean, how about book a $3 million the Fortnite World Cup as a 16-year-old? So many players made careers out of this. Live streamers, entertainers. You have all of our streamers back home in the States. Us as commentators. It's a huge ecosystem. And again, it was the hard work of many developers at Epic Games to put together a game that everyone has fallen in love with.
Frosty.
So many players from all around the world.
Thank you, brother.
I named that early stat.
Use code FLEA in the Fortnite item shop #ad. Yo, Creamy, thank you for the 2, man.
One from Europe, and guess what? Nyrox
video on how you were scroll wheel resetting. Maybe, man. Maybe we. Thank you, brother.
Everyone's showing up. There is a little bit of an offset scale because about half the lobby is local here in Australia and New Zealand. We have 12 players total.
Slow mode. Should I put on slow mode? Guys,
yeah, definitely.
I'm sorry. I haven't streamed so long. All this is so new to me. I don't know how to do anything. Enable slow mode. Messages. 5. Yeah. Save. Alright, so I made it so I made slow mode, but I don't think it will help with 1,500 people. I need to bob people I recognize and that are like loyals. Is her name Pookie?
You guys really the play-by-play. Love it. Aussie, killing it on stage, man. It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah. Pookie, for me, this has been an exciting 3 matches so far. Like 7 matches of Fortnite since yesterday. 3 more remaining. We're only halfway through today. And this is really where it all starts coming together. If you're a player now, you're taking this quick break, you have a chance to maybe to have something to eat and drink. What are you thinking? What are you working through? Are you strategizing? Are you relaxing? How would you play it?
I mean, it honestly depends on my performance and what I've done so far. You know, a lot of these players, they don't like to overthink things. So for a lot of them, it's just going to be, like you said, getting a quick bite to eat, kind of just regrouping a little bit. But if you're lower on that leaderboard, you definitely have to rethink your strategy going into the second half of today.
Well, guys and girls, that is halftime here at the AO Summer Smash featuring Fortnite. We are going to go to a break, but when we come back, match number 4, it's going to be huge.
Syro,
Don't
what's
go
up,
anywhere.
Man? Look at them, gangsters. The crew. The crew. Game 4 up next in 30 minutes? I might just play some Fortnite. Guys, I didn't know there was going to be a 30-minute halftime. Jesus. What do I do in 30 minutes? Have you guys got any ideas? How was I supposed to know there's a 30-minute idea? A 30-minute break? What? I might jump on Fortnite, see if I can stream Fortnite. Open Fortnite. I might play a game of Fortnite or something. I would build my map, but I don't want to show you guys my map because it'll give it away. I'm gonna post a sneak peek today, and I want people to guess what I'm building. Like, I'm not gonna show exactly what I'm building. I want people to guess, but I'm not gonna build my map. I think I'll just jump into like a solo or something. See if I can. I haven't set up my stream to actually be able to stream Fortnite, so it might look really bad, guys. But we'll see anyway. It's loading. It is loading. All right, we got 30 minutes to kill till the next game.
It's great to have you here, mate. Excited? Team Laserbeam. It's Laserbeam, of course. Dave, Hughes, and Rel.
Yo, pro, thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man. Alright, let's get Fortnite going. It's gonna try and kill some time right now. Alright. Alright. Sorry if this is like destroying. It glitches like this sometimes, and I can't do anything. 1 second. Please work. Please work. Yes, thank you. Alright. Let's see how that looks on OBS. 1 second. Let's see how that looks. That looks good. Turn off that. Yeah. Alright, looks good. Item shop. What's in the item shop today? Supersonic. What is Supersonic? Preview styles. Ugly, 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 and ugly. Okay, cool. Definitely not getting that. Oh, another ugly skin. Oh, comes in even an uglier version. Awesome. Whoa. Chill, bro. Crystal. I don't really want to get Crystal, hey. I used to get like every single skin that came into the game, but now like not so much. I don't know. Pterodactyl, bite mark. Interesting. Alright, what else we got? Abstract. Abstract. Yeah, right. Bracer. Yeah, right. I wish I could unsee that. Oh, wait, do I want? Oh, no. Jesus. Oh, NFL players. I think I bought one of these because, like, you can get really good styles. And which one did I buy? I bought this one. Blitz. But they come in really cool colors. Like, if you, like, search the colors, you can find some really cool colors. There's, like, a shiny maroon, I think, or something. But, like, the shoulders are too big. They're just not that fun to use. They're too bulky, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah. I thought they were cool when they came out, but I never used it. I bought it, never used it. Upright axe. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Huh. I don't remember this. Huh, interesting. Timeout, denied. Alright, yeah, all NFL stuff. Alright, I'm gonna quickly jump into creative. Might change my skin though, real quick. If my game doesn't freeze. There we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alright, let's see if I can play. Let's see if I can stream this without it lagging. I'm not sure though. Because I am playing on pretty high frames. Like 240. So hopefully the stream doesn't lag. So guys, for anyone that just joined the stream, Fortnite AO is at halftime, so it'll be back in like 20 minutes. So, I mean, I just woke up, bro. I didn't expect to play Fortnite. Like, dude, I normally warm up for at least a good 30 minutes, but... Oh! Oh. Alright. Grr! Why is that not... Back to hub. One second. Alright, we're good. Jesus. Flea, you gotta think, mate. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, this is ugly. Wait, I got connection issues. Why have I got connection issues? Oh, wow. Wait, what is my controller doing? 1 second. My mouse is broken. Oh, wow. That's interesting. What else have I got open? Close that. Alright. Yeah, no more connection issues? We good? Alright, we're good. Alright, let's fix this. Let's fix this map. It looks ugly. Oh, because it's got reset to default. Yeah, right. Light brightness. 100. Light color. No, for thickness. 0 for color. Magenta. There we go. Alright, let's start the game real quick. Oh, jeez. Alright. Actually, you know what? Yeah. Start game. Alright. I haven't played it all today, guys, so, you know, big bot over here. Just gonna crank a little bit. My hands are so cold. Hopefully you can hear the game alright. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Your boy Flea is not warm whatsoever. Is the game like, does it look alright? Does it lag? Is it like... Jeez, bro. I should not be playing Fortnite when I just woke up. Yikes. Oh, 1v1? I'm not 1v1ing anyone, bro. No chance, dude. I'm the biggest bot right now. My hand's like... I don't even play Fortnite at least for a couple of hours after I wake up. This is crazy. I actually set an alarm to wake up and stream this Fortnite AO. So like, I woke up earlier than what I normally would. Which is like crazy. Can't even think to double edit, dude. Oh, jeez, I feel rusty. Yeah, right. I'm gonna jump into a quick game, see if I can get like at least one game in before the tournament's back open. Yeah, right. Is it lagging? Jeez, dude. Alright, anyway, let's jump into a game. I can close the stream for a bit. So we're back in, yeah. I have enough time for exactly one game, which should work out quite well. Quite well. Alright. So guys, how is your Sunday? Sunday afternoon? Or Sunday morning? Or Saturday? I don't know. Any tips for high ping players? South Australian players? What do you mean, bro? South Australia get way better ping than I do. Yeah, my frames is dropping so much playing on stream. I'm like not even getting 200 frames. Very framey. Oh, it's a starting island, so that's why. Right, I'm an idiot. Hello, I'm getting stream sniped. I already know. Oops. Bruh, if you're gonna stream snipe the one game I play on stream, at least give me loot. At least give me loot, you know what I'm saying? Dude, I don't play. Where do I go? Jeez. Jeez Louis. Yo, Sucksy Flicks with the 20. Oh my god, I missed your streams, bro. Thought I'd say hey to the lad. Watch the stream. I'm helping friends with fashions. Hey man, thank you for the donation, bro. I appreciate it. It's unfortunate I don't stream that much anymore, but videos are just alpha. Unfortunately. Thank you for that, brother. That was unnecessary, but appreciated. Oh, you onto that M building, honey. Am I lower? Contest me, I dare you. Stream sniper. Stream sniper, I think. I don't know. I don't know how to use this hook thing. I've never used it before. Jeez. Juzz. Is it, guys, does the stream like look good? Does it lag? I haven't streamed in so long. I'm sorry if it's like lagging. Whoa, what's down here? Oh, you got him, nice. Where's his chest? It's a stream sniper! Don't! Is he actually coming to kill me? Bruh! No lag? Alright, thank you. I'm sweating because he might be out to kill me. I don't even know. Nice, well done. Yeah, unlucky. I'll stay and ready up. I'll try again. We got, I think 15 minutes till the AO starts again. $400,000 tournament? Yeah, it starts in 15 minutes. It's at halftime right now. Alrighty. I don't play solos. I don't know like any good drop spots. I just want to drop somewhere where I can get like a little bit of loot, you know? A little bit of loot, a little bit of mats. Alrighty. Hello, senors. Haha, alrighty. Where to? Pleasant Park? Let's go Pleasant. Somewhere familiar, considering I don't play that much. I'll drop at a house and try and make it my house. My house. Giving Twitch a try? Yeah, I don't stream, bro. This is just a once-off watching the tournament. Who knows, man? I might start streaming again, but... This is just a once-off. I thought I'd chuck up a quickie. Huh. There are a lot of people coming. A lot of people. Can I go modern? Thank you. Well done. No! Mission failed. We'll get him next time. I'm sorry? What? What? Bro, he's just got better ping, I guess. Like, what was that? Oh, first try on the wall when I was holding it. Yeah. Well, welcome to 60 ping. My man's clearly got lower ping than me. GG's. I was gonna let him fail at taking that wall and then like go for an edit on him, but GG. Jeez, dude. These plays are something else. Unlucky. Half controller, half mouse? Yeah, not today, dude. That'd be insanely hard. I'm not even good with a mouse. Yo, what's up, Northy? How you doing, dude? What kind of anime do you like? Yeah, next joke, bro. Alright, well this will be the last game, I reckon. Got pretty unlucky. Stream sniped every game, but go back to watching the tournament in a sec. You spelled tournament wrong, did I? True, true, true. I'll fix it after this game. Where are we dropping? Bruh, Frenzy Farm. That's where it's at. Fortnite tournament. Oh, I did numbment, not numbment. Sup, bros? What? I'm gonna die. Yeah, I do. Unlucky. Alright guys, that is it for me. Let me catch up on some donations, fix my title, edit. Tournament save. Exit. Get some Twitch going. And there we are. Yo, Nally donating heaps, dude. What? Predictions on winning the AO. Dude, I have no idea at this point. I'd have to see the scoreboard. It's completely random. It's not gonna be someone that like I know. Wait, watch this. Oh, Trapped came second. Got RPG'd. Railed. I don't really have predictions, man. All the people I thought would like gonna like do really well aren't even in like top 10. So like anything can happen though. Someone could like go all out on a game, get like 10 kills and a win, and like that'll put them like, you know, third or whatever. So it's anyone's game. I don't really have any predictions. Fortnite's such an RNG based game as well. The best players don't always place really well. Yo, Nally, thank you for the donations, bro. Yo, ZZ, thank you, man. When you make another montage? Soon. Probably, I'm releasing this box fight map, tomorrow. I kind of, like, go back and forth between, like, maps and montages, because they both take quite a bit of time. But, what's today? Sunday. I'll probably have, another montage out in, like, a week and a half. Oh, black screen? Sorry. There you go. I'm not watching anything, I'm just watching this. It's all good though. Yo, Doom Killer, thank you, brother. Appreciate it, homie. Nice. So 4, 5, 6, yeah. So we still got 3 games to go, which is really good. Spray off with a. That's not where you want to be. Yeah. Floppers are so OP, man. Everyone goes fishing, holds floppers, and then like just sits in Storm endgame for like 20 seconds and just eats floppers, and they can come up behind like anyone on height. It's so overpowered. I reckon they're gonna fix that. Like that's a meta I see. So many people will get like 5 floppers or whatever, and they'll just like go in Storm and just eat like 3. Let the Storm go ages away, and then they'll just build up to height, and no one expects them to be in Storm. So I reckon Fortnite's going to change that, because it's like the OP strat right now. What do you guys reckon? Yo, Danny, what's up, man? Yeah, Orange, what's up, man? We're a minute away. I'm just gonna get another drink. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
We are back. It's year 2 for the AO Summer Smash featuring Fortnite. And in 2020, we're cranking things up to the max. For 2 days, Fortnite is once again taking over the Australian Open with massive battles for major cash. Yesterday, we saw the Pro-Am event where 30 teams of 3 players made up of the biggest names from across the international Fortnite community and sports and entertainment industry competed for a share of $100,000 in donations to their charities of choice. Today, though, we'll see the Solos tournament as the biggest names in Fortnite battle through 6 matches in their quest for an epic share of the massive $400,000 grand prize. So strap in, reload, and get ready to rumble. This is the AO Summer Smash featuring Fortnite, live from Melbourne, Australia.
Alrighty. Whoa. Perfect timing, baby. Let's go.
Can you believe it? We are underway. $100,000 on the line here. It comes down to this.
Only Australians understand.
Welcome back to Margaret Court Arena. We are here at the Australian Open, Melbourne, Australia, for the AO Summer Smash.
How's Forbes doing? I think he's like 20th.
Outside right now, the crowds are
He's not doing that
starting
well.
to roll into Melbourne Park, getting ready for tonight's men's singles final here at Rod Laver Arena. But in MCA, we've been going hard for the last 2 days. Aussie antics, $400,000 up for grabs today in Fortnite, $100K for first, and after 3 matches with 3 remaining, now is where we really start to see how the players spread out.
Yeah, they're starting to settle into it now. We'll see how they close it out. And the storylines so far have been incredible. OC showing up in a big way, but we still have EU on top. It's going to be insane.
After 3 matches, let's go and take another
Lads,
quick
no worries,
look
bro.
at our standings so we
Can we
can
start chocolate
get a
milk?
bit
It's
of a
like a
reminder
healthy
where
chocolate
everyone's
milk.
sitting up on top. Nyrox, 26 total points, 15 placement points.
Trap's doing well, Bresley's doing well.
Points. And the thing for
Dylan's
me,
doing well.
look, you can talk through this in a sec, but the top scores are almost the top scores that we had after match 2. Like, it's really started to condense. Players that didn't go...
There's not that much points between everyone. As you can see, like... Someone that's 20th could be first in, like, 1 game, you know? It's anyone's game right now. But, like, this scoreboard's looking, like, pretty good. Like I said before, 3 players... 3 controller players in top 10, and there's like 5 in top 20. It's pretty insane. Where's Benji? I just remembered he's playing. There's Forbes on 30th. Papi's 21st. Yeah, he could still catch up heaps easy. Yeah. I mean, a few good players aren't doing the best, but they can catch up with a couple of good games. Is that still Dylan? I think it is, yeah. I think so.
Finals today, still with an opportunity, but game 4 is he's going to have to really turn it around from here on out.
Yeah, definitely. Going to see some insane aggression come out here. We talked about it earlier in these last few games. With that prize split that we saw earlier, there's no real point trying to conserve yourself towards the end. You really want to get into that top 10, top 25 and go for it. We saw Jesse on that last page, the winner of last year, so far struggling to get a purchase. We have Mr. Fresh Asian on 1 point. I think a huge surprise for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Whoa, Fresh.
Yesterday, won it last year, not finding purchase in the solos. And a lot of
Unlucky.
people I predicted to do quite well here. Sam, who obviously came second at Solos World Cup, 1 point, which is just a huge upset at this point.
Yeah, a bit of pressure for some of these players, perhaps, as we look through.
Bro, this is rough. A lot of good players are doing terrible. It's crazy. You wouldn't think, hey. But it's just, the game's so luck-based, man. There's no way I'd want to build my career off, like, hoping I get good loot, good RNG, to, like, earn an income. Like, no, there's no way, bro. You can be, like, the best player in the world, dude. If you just get bad drops, unlucky, loot, and just people, like, pushing you, yeah, it's just, no. There's no way.
Moving snipe, he was doing well.
Well, right now, Adrian has the man himself. Let's have a chat with Muselk.
Muselk, my man, in town. You're back in Melbourne again. What's it like playing on this show court here at the Australian Open, usually for tennis?
Always a lot of fun. I loved the event last year. It was so good. Like coming out, seeing all the players come together, meeting all the guys in the audience who are totally awesome people. Yeah, and having a whole lot of fun.
You just had a 45-minute break. You're out the back grabbing some food. Who did you hang out with? What have you been talking about in that break?
Mostly just giving Fresh a whole lot of crap and Lockie a whole lot of crap for the fact that I'm beating both of them right now, which is pretty hilarious.
Love it.
That was pretty much all I did. 45 minutes of filming Fresh, just looking angry at me.
Talk about your performance today. The first couple of games not as strong, but the third one, you came out flying. What's
up, Dex? How you doing, man?
Yeah, look, a lot of pressure today. I had a few bets on the line of people saying I couldn't finish in the top 85. But so I needed to get 1 point today. And I was chatting before the third game.
That's Poppy next to him, I
that
think.
my tactic was to, basically drop on someone and just 50-50 them, hopefully get one elimination. But, I had some really inspiring words from people telling me, no, I should fight. Go for the final circle, try and get the dub, or, maybe not get the dub, but actually get a few placement points. And it paid off because I got great circle RNG, found an epic chest, the stars aligned, and I got 5 points, 5 times more than what Fresh has.
Yeah, boy. From our casters, I believe. There you go. Our casters have given you the inspirational words, and our hosts as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's, well, some of the casters are supporting. Other ones are a little bit less so. But, it's 2 out of 3. I'll take it.
Let's not mention any names. Just finally, you're a huge content creator, of course. How did you start doing that and getting involved? We've got kids out here, mums and dads, probably don't know too much about it. Where did it all start for you?
Started back 5 years ago for me with a game called TF2. I just really liked the game and I wanted to make some fun videos on it. And yeah, it just kind of was a bit of a crazy, wild ride. Back then, you didn't really have to make very good content to be a big YouTuber, so
still don't.
I managed to sneak through in the earlier days when things were a bit more relaxed, and yeah, and now somehow it's a job. 2020.
How many subscribers now?
A bit over 8 million. So the hustle to try and reach 10, but it's a long way.
So anyone in the crowd who isn't a subscriber, jump on.
For the love of God, please. I need that diamond plaque. That's all I care about.
Nicely done. Well, let's keep getting, ripping on Fresh, ripping on Lockie all day long. That's what we need. Keep performing. You've got 3 games to go, all right?
Absolutely. Time to try and sneak some meme strats in at the end, I think.
All right, good luck in game 4. Nice high five here, my man. Good stuff. Guys, nice.
Very nicely done, yes. Muzak been working hard for the last 5 years. Great to see him here at the AO Summer Smash. Yes, I threw some bans your way, Muzak, but I always use the code Muzak in the creator score, #ad, and look, I'll make a new account just to sub to you again. You got 1 more. I just maybe not watch. Anyway, he's doing well, he's playing well, and he's showing up some of the pros, and it's been kind of interesting, right? Because whilst a lot of these players here have won millions of dollars in Fortnite, some of them are playing here for the very first time on the big stage. And for you, this is one of your first chances on the big stage to commentate, and you're absolutely killing it. The pressure is there. How do you think some of our newer Aussie players are going?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we talked earlier, Trapped, Luda, this is their first tournament, and they're both showing up in a big way, both top 5 right now. It's pretty incredible. I'm so happy for them. I wasn't here last year. I'm here this year. I'm just enjoying the whole experience. I get to close it out with game 5 and 6. If I get to call out an OCE winner at this tournament, you will know how much it means to me. I guarantee I'm not putting on any of this. This means so much to me. I'm so excited. Or even calling out Nyrox at this point, someone who I know has always been in that shadow of being a duo World Cup champion. I'd love nothing more than to announce him as a solos champion and really give him the respect he deserves.
3 matches in, 3 to go. What are we looking at here? We spoke earlier, Pookie was saying, look, it really depends on how you have been playing. If you're sitting up on top, you can...
So for those of you that just joined, this is the Fortnite Australian Open tournament hosted in Melbourne. And it's got like all the best Australian and New Zealand players with a few extra players from America and EU and Japan and stuff.
Surge, that mechanic in the game which is designed to keep the lobby at a certain size. The lobby is always going to depend on what's happening with Storm Surge, but I think those last few games, some of these guys even might want to have their blow-up moment. We have King at World Cup, went super aggressive. His career exploded off that. If these guys want some attention...
Yo, ZZ, thank you, bro. JX, do you still use the Razer controller? Nah, dude, I'm just using the normal controller at the moment. I'll be making more videos with the Razer though. Thank you, bro.
We've heard his name so many times all weekend. It's the other F word. If it's not Fortnite, it's Fresh, because honestly, the kids here love him. And even a couple of years ago, he wasn't a known content creator, but he's made some massive gains, done a ton of work, and he deserves everything he's got.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, we interviewed Fresh yesterday. I'm a
Look
good
at that
friend
guy's
of
keyboard.
his. I'm going to let my bias be known, but yeah, he's one of the hardest workers of pretty much anyone I've ever met, and at that age is incredible.
Everyone's keyboard's just straight, and this kid's keyboard's like this. It's like, bro, chill.
To do that right now. I talked earlier about how he didn't perform too well at World Cup, but since then he's exploded. I'm not saying that as a negative, it's the biggest positive. In 6 months, he's gone from being
Debut, my day's good, thanks, man. Should do the Elite Controller, Elite Controller video next week, by the way.
And the money on the line today is life-changing money.
It's gonna be like 5 days from now or something.
The first place, absolutely.
Does Razer Controller have less input delay? Not really.
You know, 100,000 to them makes a big difference to anyone. And to be able to do it.
Yo, Rift, what up, bro? How you doing, man?
We take for granted prize money in sports, millions of dollars on the line at the Australian Open in tennis, and to be able to do something. If
why does it say they're on 0 kills?
Right? If you you might like tennis, but maybe I'm never going to be a tennis pro.
It should show like their points on their screen with how many kills they've gotten and like their placing, so the crowd can see. Does that make sense? Just me?
We said before, playing on controller, playing on keyboard and mouse, you can do it whichever way you want. It's open to anyone. It brings people together.
Is your PC pre-built? I built a little bit of it.
For me,
yo, Finn, thank you for the membership, brother.
And how they interact with their fans here in the audience, very exciting.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, there's that content. We just talked to Muselk there. Some of the guys in here today known for making content, some for pros, but same for both. I think a lot of these players we keep talking about with prize money, a lot of them are here just for the competition. So the other day, I got the joy of watching Benji Fishy play in our solo cash cup at the LAN event, and at the end, he said it straight to my face, I don't care about the money, I just want to win. This is someone who already has a fair bit of money, but he's a competitor through and through. It's like most athletes. I'm pretty sure they would still be here putting on a show if it wasn't for the money, but they deserve it. They put so much effort in, day out, and this is their big paycheck. Half these pro players, if they're grinding their competitive games 16 hours a day, not making any content, they don't make any money till they hit these tournaments. So there is a lot of pressure on them. If you want to make this your career, you've got to perform on these big days.
Yeah, and it can be tough, right? We kind of group everyone together, but there is quite a distinct difference from being a content creator, someone who's making YouTube videos or streaming on Twitch to being a pro player. Yes, some of the pros can do both, but you definitely take a hit, right? If you're streaming your tournaments or you're chatting with people who are typing in your channel, it can be tough, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. And we talked earlier, I know Pookie mentioned it's very hard to get a grasp on the OCE players. Unless they're streaming tournaments, you can't watch in-game tournaments anymore through Fortnite. So unless they stream it or make videos on it, they're completely blackouts.
Guys, drop a like on the stream if you're enjoying this.
This can be an
we're about to jump into game 4.
If you're coming in today like Luda, people probably don't have any evidence of how he's been playing, where he drops, where he goes. Fresh, he's playing every tournament streaming it. You know where he is and what he does at all times. It's a big disadvantage, but when it comes to your career in the long term, it's awesome to get into.
Yeah, a lot of content creators here this weekend. Some very big names. One name in particular I have heard shouted time and time again. It's Laserbeam!
Hey!
Yeah, no introduction needed. Hey kids, what do you think? Laserbeam down here, make a bit of noise for the man. You just got to hold just for a moment. You're pretty relaxed down here, my man.
Yeah, living the dream, watching Fresh fail completely. It's pretty funny. Imagine losing to Muselk, Fresh. Imagine losing to Muselk.
That didn't take long.
Nah, it's awful. He's playing terrible.
Nicely done. So you were asked to play, but I mean, it's a tough field, I guess, right?
Yeah, I thought I'd spare everyone else the challenge. You know, obviously I'm the best player in the world. So I thought I would step out of this solos, let everyone else have fun.
So yesterday, you were with Dave Hughes and co. Yeah. It didn't go so well though, right?
No, we had a giant like conga line, and then someone saw some easy points and shot us. Yes, it was heartbreaking. Yeah, so I would appreciate some boos.
Tell us more, tell us more.
Well, basically it was like easily the most entertaining thing of the whole Pro-Am, and it was ruined horribly.
But you're not holding on to it?
No, I definitely didn't cry in my hotel room last night about it at all, in any way.
Tell us about your career. I'm super interested. There's kids up here who want to emulate you. They love you. Where did it start? How did it come about?
I dropped out of high school at 15, and it was all uphill from there, kids. So leave school early. Don't listen to your parents. Education is wrong.
All right, we might we might throw back. I mean, we know you're half kidding. Man, enjoy your time. Thanks for your time, all right?
Easy, appreciate it, dude.
Good stuff. Laser beam, guys.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, Adrian. Look, your interview with Laserbeam went better than my interview with Laserbeam this time last year.
Hey, on YouTube with 400 kick, we build a map. I normally build maps solo, bro.
At the rate we're going, given 10 years when these kids are old
but
enough to
send me
vote,
some of your work on Twitter.
Who knows?
Yeah,
never know, maybe down.
Yeah, you touched on the interview better last year. I mean, that was still better. I'm sitting here waiting for it. That was good. Laserbeam's behaved today. Education not so good. Take it compared to last year.
Look, everyone grows up year on year. We'll see what he's got for us in 2021. Who knows? Who knows? Almost ready to get into match number 4 here at the AO Summer Smash. The players just getting themselves ready, warmed up. Obviously, we had that little bit of a break, so with them coming back in, need to be prepared. The very pointy end of the day. Each match now is crucial. All of these points could mean the difference between $100,000 and not.
Yeah, definitely. And you have that time to go away, reevaluate what you're doing, have some fresh air, maybe think about how you're going to go into these next few games, can change things up
Liam,
a lot,
good
maybe
stuff,
even
man.
changing their drops as well. You could think, okay, it's 3 games in, this has not worked, I'm going to go somewhere else. So that's the thing. Even these players who maybe can't shake up the storyline by coming, say, top 10, if they take down someone who is in that top 10, they've massively affected how this one goes. So if all of a sudden we see people contesting Nyrox,
savvy with the
Luda,
3.
things change very quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love you, brother. Keep up the amazing content. Thanks, man. I got good content dropping tomorrow. Exactly exactly like 24 hours from now. I'll be having a video up. It's good content. Thank you, man.
From the Australian-New Zealand OC
I'm in parallel,
region.
bro.
Who are we looking for?
I'm thinking Worthy at the moment. I called him out at the start as the player to look for because he's gone from being on that high ping disadvantage coming into today where everyone's on the same setups, and we saw the elimination stats before. He has the highest eliminations right now, so he's playing aggressively. It's working out for him, so it's a hard one because if it goes against him, he can go down early and get no points, but he's definitely finding those fights and winning them, and we saw how beautifully he played that last 1v1.
You heard him. High ping players pop off. I think players go hard, dude. We go hard.
So well.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there is no need to wait any longer. Match number 4 is ready. Our players are jumping into the battle bus. It's time to get this one underway. Fallout and Pookie Face, let's head down to you.
Thank you so much, Ben. Thank you all.
Guys, let's get some hype in the chat. We got game 4 coming on. 3 more games to go.
The second half of this tournament, Pookie, what a great first half it was, but the second half surely will be even better. What are you most excited about?
I mean, we couldn't have asked for a better first half. You know, we talked a little bit about, players from different regions really taking home first place title in 3 of those matches. So we can only hope that the second half just goes as well. I know that Nyrox, he is dialed in. He is ready to go. So we're going to have to see if he ate too much at lunch, if he's maybe in a food coma. Hopefully not. He was able to have something light, and he'll be able to just keep progressing through this tournament today.
Yeah, you're spot on. There's been a few great storylines. If you're a fan of the Dark Horse story, the Underdog story, we've had some great players pop out of nowhere. Looter took home a game, and he's now in top 10. We have 2 controller players, maybe even 3 in the top 10 from Australia and New Zealand. And a lot of people expected Forbes to be one of the best controller players playing in this tournament. Instead, it's been the likes of others that are stepping up in a big way. Ghost Trapped and many other players. Eshes, who's playing incredibly well as well. But of course, the one you'd expect to do great, the World Cup champion in the duos tournament, it's Nyrox, who's been playing incredible.
The reason Forbes is doing well is because he can't use his custom controller. Like, of course he can't. He's got like some modded controller. Not modded, but you know. They're not letting him use his controller, so he's just not playing as well, obviously.
High pressure situations. So he is pretty high up on the leaderboard right now. We're going to have to see if he's able to hold on to that spot and maybe scale up a little bit higher.
Yeah, I know Looter surprised a lot of us. I know he was very vocal, Ozzy, in a lot of his streams and discussions coming into it about Looter not having the experience. He hasn't played at many lands before, didn't qualify for World Cup. He was kind of a Cash Cup champion. He's been popping up great in the Cash Cups lately, but didn't have a lot of land experience outside of that. But I made a comparison to Booga. That's a very strong comparison to make. Booga, of course, one of the best to do it. But Booga's a good example of someone who went to his first major land, didn't go to PAX West, didn't go to TwitchCon, and showed up and took home $3 million. Will there be another story like that here in Australia, or will we see the lights of Benji Fishy, Zate, Saf, so many of these top players step up here in the second half.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point in the day, you have to think to yourself, you know, what have these players thought about over the break? What are they going to do
start the game. Come on.
I'm interested to see if we're going to see a little bit of a different play
Come
style
on.
heading
You know
into
you
the
want to.
second half of the game. I know that Ozzy and Ben were talking a little bit about how, typically speaking, you see players holding back a little bit in the first half, but being that we are playing...
Show me a controller player. I want to see how they're playing.
Region today, known as being a very aggressive region, that really wasn't the case. So it could be a little bit of a reverse, but things could just go full throttle for the rest of the day. I'm ready.
Yeah, Hayden, thank you, brother.
Time and time again, we've watched this 6-game epic series.
I'm going to post this on my Instagram story.
Events we've had in the past. We've seen players in the late game get a little bit desperate and play a little bit more aggressive because they need the elimination points because they're so far behind. I don't think that's the case yet for a lot of these top players. I think we're going to see an opportunity for them to play their game, but Game 4, Game 5, keep an eye out for that. It looks like the battle bus is set and ready. Players are diving out and getting ready for game number 4 here. Australian Open, are you ready? For Mr. Fresh Asian, give it up for him if you want him to have some energy coming into this one. He will need it. He is one of a few players I'm looking to step up here in the second half alongside Benji Fishy, Epic Whale, and Zayt. Can our key storyline players step up here in games 4, 5, and 6 here, Pookie?
We're gonna have to see, but I can guarantee you that Laserbeam was not cheering for Mr. Fresh Asian right there. But we're taking a look right now at Ruri and Worthy, the two players that came
Llama. Oh my, look at the llamas.
In our last match.
They're all in the top right.
Taking it over Worthy for the victory royale. It looks as though Worthy has landed at what I like to call mini Snobby Shores. They took Snobby Shores out, but this is pretty close. It's like a little vacation home rental place.
It's
quite quaint. I quite like it. So we're going to have to see how this shapes up. Ruri is opting to go to the very far edge of the map. You can see 2 other players there thinking the exact same thing. The disbursement is pretty good. We can see on the left-hand side of the screen that players are pretty evenly dispersed, and we're going to have a very east first zone.
Yo, Zap, thank you for the 10, bro. What's up? What's up, man? How you doing?
He's having a great vacation right now because he found himself an epic chest.
Thanks for coming by, dude.
To follow as well. So in a good spot. Meanwhile, Volks, who got 3rd place in game number 3, another Australian player Raised by Kings. He's landed in the United States. He's going to be going back to LAN in the United States. I believe he's moving to the US here momentarily to have some better competition. So big shout out to Raised by Kings for supporting
Spencer,
their players,
what's up, man?
Harvey and Volks. We'll see what Volks can do. Meanwhile, Aimbot, coming from Asia, is in the same area as Volks in the Sweaty Sands by some other players as well.
Yeah, so Sweaty Sands has been a little bit of a contested drop all
Let's
day.
go, Volks.
We've seen at least 3 players land here in every single game. So it's going to be interesting to see how these players decide to engage. We see Alice there also performing very well in the top 10 right now. Volks is over there again. Like you said, we've got Aimbot. Very, very good players. We're going to see who ends up...
Show me some controller players.
Alice in the top 10 alongside Ruri, who had actually a game win as well. So won a game yesterday in the Pro-Am, won a game today. Meanwhile, Spoiling gonna spot Mr. Fresh Asian shieldless. This is a scary situation for Mr. Fresh Asian, but surely you heard those builds. Now Spoiling kind of made it obvious he's above him. Mr. Fresh Asian with no shields to his name does not want to fight this fight. If I am Mr. Fresh, I am playing for survival right now, which is tough to do in Pleasant Park with a fully shielded Spoiling above you.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Mr. Fresh Asian, because it is so early in the game, he's actually not sure how much health Spoiling has, but we did hop over to cover H here. He did just pick up an elimination, so that's going to be 1 for him, looking good. He is a little bit low on shield, so he's going to have to really look to get more of that, which looks like he's doing right now. 150 health in total.
Competitive?
Going back
No.
over to Spoiling though. Still
It's a waste of
trying to
time.
track Mr. Fresh Asian, who looks like he's still below him there in that house.
Yeah, it's a good call out. Benji Fishy picking up an elimination at the top left. I talked to Benji at the half, and he said, look, I've been getting some great drops. I've been getting some great zones. Unfortunately, not getting a lot of shield. That's what's been costing me, and really no excuses. I got to play better. And again,
Up against a
so
good player here.
Fishy, his professionalism as a 15-year-old professional Fortnite player with all the fame he's received, he still manages to stay humble. I tweeted a picture yesterday of him signing autographs 30 minutes after the broadcast. He really understands what it takes to grow his brand and what it takes to support his fans. It's awesome to see.
Yeah, he's a sweet kid for sure. Speaking of sweet kids, we have one of the X2 twins, Jordan here, getting into a little bit of a scuffle. Is going to take a snipe shot over on Link. It doesn't connect. Link was ready with those preemptive builds, heard the sniper shot, and decided to defend himself. Now we have his opponent here taking some shots, possibly trying to knock him down. It doesn't look like he's too reinforced, so he's going to have to be careful there, but it looks like he might be pinched here if this other player tries to third party.
I will, dude. Thank you, bro.
Up on this.
Yeah, Jordan. First shot almost connects for a headshot on Link, another top Australian player who participated in the solo tournament. The Fortnite World Cup was one of our 11 Australia-New Zealand qualifiers, so congrats to him on that great achievement, but he wasn't happy with his placement. He wanted more. Mitch Robinson, speaking of which, going to tag up Jordan quite significantly. So Mitch Robinson, professional AFL football player with some good edits coming through as well. He switched from controller to keyboard and mouse months ago, has been grinding the game, and right now has Jordan on his back foot.
Unbelievable. I talked to Mitch a little bit yesterday. He said that he's been putting in the time, he's been putting in the work.
This guy's an AFL player. He doesn't even play Fortnite.
Switch from controller to keyboard and mouse is something so difficult to do, but it looks as though he's gotten it down so far. His health is a little bit low. He needs to mini up, which he is going to do right now. And it looks like Jordan has kind of taken the high ground now. He used the time that Mitch.
Bro, if Jordan knew this guy wasn't a Fortnite player,
now he's going to go on the offense.
He'd be playing so differently.
Even fight right now. Mitch is really holding his own against these professional Fortnite players. I've been so impressed, but unfortunate for him, he's going to get tagged up. If you're a fan of Australian rules football, you're cheering for Mitch Robinson right now, as Jordan is going to get taken out by Mitch Robinson.
Wow!
Can you believe it?
Wow, kudos to Mitch for playing that perfectly, but unfortunately he is going to take some tags from another player.
Unlucky.
Link. He did come in for the third party, and he ends up taking out Mitch Robinson. How unfortunate. Link waited for the perfect moment. He knew that Jordan had gone down, so he used that
is unlucky.
To come in and clean up, he did.
Great job by Link with the third party, but again, for Mitch Robinson to defeat one of the best players in Australia, New Zealand, X2 Twins Jordan, who qualified for the World Cup, by the way. What a showing.
Yeah,
a World Cup qualifier taken out by Mitch Robinson. Wow.
Very impressive. If you're Mitch, you've got to be feeling good about that right now. Here we are over by Cat and Cypher. Cat, very, very good with his builds, with his edits, drinking his shield up to get himself to full 200 HP. He has an RPG, but he only has one shot, so he is going to have to make it count. Looking to edit here, using his builds. I know you can't see it, but he's using that to see if there are any opponents around him to get as much information as he possibly can on the location. Jalen making a quick shot. Unfortunately, it doesn't connect, but look at how many players we have in Lazy Link.
Yeah.
Lazy Link.
Lazy
Links.
Links.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
like the new Tilted, is what it feels like in a lot of ways.
I just miss Lazy
Links. Yeah, you want to go golfing again.
I do.
Good times.
Bring the golf cart back, please. Epic. Hashtag bring it back.
Chapter 1 was a great time. Chapter 2 has been great as well. Who knows what we have in store, by the way, in Chapter 2.
Guys, thank you all for coming out, man. I really appreciate everyone
A lot of Australian players
coming here.
in the vicinity of one another. We saw Kat Jolin, who competed last year in the Australian Open, looking to do it again. We actually also saw Colt, who competed last year, get taken out early. So our veteran from last year, no longer in this one. Kat and Cypher right next to each other with Jolin nearby.
Yeah, Joshy, what's up, man?
Yeah, and we're going to have to see maybe how these players choose to rotate. They are in the zone, so there's no pressure on them to move. It is really just going to
What's up? Is this Symphonies? Is he here?
Symphony.
Cypher showing off some edit skills.
Trapped just died.
He knows. He knows the camera's on him. Everyone, give Cypher some love.
Yo, Suxy with the 10, Fleet Gang. Yo, Suxy, thank you, brother.
You're great at editing.
Come on,
Thanks for showing it off.
Appreciate it, man.
Cypher's having some fun here, playing like a creative. Meanwhile, we got Kat in the top right, who's just like, what is this guy doing right now? What is happening?
Kat wearing the Link skin, representing kitties everywhere.
Cypher's still editing, even though Kat's pushed up with an RPG. Now he's finally done. Big fight ensuing. Kat's gonna catch Cypher off guard with a great shotgun shot now. You can't edit anymore, Cypher. Kat's gonna get you.
Well done.
Wow, good job by Kat.
Unfortunately did not stand a chance there at all. Kat heard all of those edits, knew that he was trying to meme and just really taught him a lesson
Forbes,
there.
man.
Forbes, very low HP going up against Zora,
unlucky.
but he does get pinched. We have another player there.
Speedy's down as well.
He's actually going to now disengage. Zora says,
Jeez,
you know what,
bro.
that was too strong. I'm not interested anymore. You can have that one. I'm gonna go and get out of this situation.
That's a good call out, Pookie, because obviously he also realized that he was able to get a siphon from that. So it's 50 shield. If he didn't already have 100 shield, he definitely did.
Yeah, Redson, thank you for the 10, bro. You can DM me, man.
175
I can be
so you have a slight disadvantage.
looking at DMs after this stream.
But at the end of the day, Fortnite's a game of resources. You might not think of it that way. Obviously, materials are resources, but think of your health, think of your shield as resources as well. Understand your situation, what resources you have available, and you are behind in resources by 25 HP. Not worth fighting that fight.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. It is definitely a numbers game a lot of the time. Here we are again at Lazy Lake, and we have more and more players joining us over here. We have about 15 players in this small little vicinity, and it is only the second storm. It is going to start moving now. You can see over on the right hand
no
side
Lesm,
of
you
the
can't
screen, there's been a lot of sniper damage, and as someone who loves sniping, this is great to see. We've got 729.
Yo, Soxy, no worries, man.
These guys are
Thank you,
loving their sniper rifle shots today. We've seen so much of it, so many connections. You love to see it.
Yeah, Desire has been one player I've been so
Muselk,
probably the most
doing so well, man.
He's
doing so well.
It shows with the sniper damage.
He's doing better than like so many comp players. It's crazy.
Psalm, if you remember his name, it's because, well, he was right behind Booga. Second place at the Fortnite World Cup Solos competition. $1.8 million.
Wow, waste of nades.
That's the 24-year-old took home from California. Big shout out to Psalm as he's looking to bounce back here in the second half, as well as Ghost Safaruni.
Yeah, and here we see Q-Jack making the rotation, taking some shots on Zora. He is going to get 220 shots, and
that's a
Zora
good place
is
to use
actually
nades.
super hurt now. He got taken down by a bunch of grenades, only has about 25 health left. Q-Jack knows it, so he's going to actually be pushing up to see if he can finish. Zora was able to get some floppers off, and now a mini, so it is a pretty even fight at this point. Follow, what do you think is going to happen here?
Yeah, I gotta say, Q-Jack's playing with such aggression right now. Zora lower, again, same thing, managing resources.
Playing with aggression because he thinks he's weak.
The sniper's gonna come through from cross map and actually knock Q-Jack off his back foot. He's gonna have to heal up. Zora probably recognizes that he got tagged because he heard the sound effect come through, and now it's actually Slaya, former member of Chiefs, currently a free agent looking to make a name for himself, who has an opportunity to continue third partying with a sniper.
Yeah, again, we have another player coming in. Scarlet takes some tags. Unfortunately, isn't going to be able to figure out where those came from, but he is going to keep pushing forward because the zone is at his back. They are on the
man just trying to dash.
Have a little bit of time. They're able to outrun it. Zora, you can see in the storm running towards all of these other players. This is going to be absolute pandemonium when these players meet up.
I don't even know what pandemonium means. No, I'm just kidding. Great vocabulary being shown by Pookie here. I'm just kidding. Zora, on board of Zora right now. Currently up against Scarlet and many others. Keep in mind, anyone you see with CR as a team tag is actually from our Japanese region. You saw Ruri take home a game win earlier. Zora, though, from Australia, trying to prove they are on top here in this Southern Hemisphere.
He could well replace that.
Zora doesn't have any mats left. That's why he's kind of pop back and forth there. He's going to try and take his opponent down. Scarlet is reinforcing everything, so he has full control.
Nice. I knew he was going to do that.
Actually ends up getting tagged. Zora gets massive tag on
well
Scarlet
done.
and ends up taking him out. No mats, no problem. I have weapons and I'm going to use them, he says. Slaya now recognizing that Zora may be low, so he is going to push up on him with full health and so many resources. He can make a huge play here if he plays this properly.
Play circle, bro.
Mats, no problem indeed. Zora making it look like it's Chapter 1, Season 2 with pure rifle play. Played that with confidence, and I love that decision because he needed those mats from the elimination.
That's what you want to do. This guy doesn't even realize.
So he did play with such aggression, despite having no builds, was just putting constant pressure on that fight. Picked up some mats and siphoned HP as a result. Each time you get an elimination, you get 50 additional HP as a reward.
Yeah, and you can see, speaking of eliminations on the right-hand side, this is for the total tournament today. We've got Worthy at #1 with 13 trapped, holding.
Bro, where's Benji? Everyone expects him to dominate our region. He's not even in top 20. I don't even see him. I haven't seen him the entire.
We have 7, so it's pretty close in terms of eliminations, but where the brunt of these points are going to come from is the placement points. For those of you watching at home that haven't seen the format yet, this is the standard solo Cash Cup format. So Victory Royale is getting you 10 points. That's what you want. That's what can make a huge difference in the end.
Yep, you're spot on. One thing that's very interesting about what we just saw, eliminations and damage dealt stats, it's all Australia, New Zealand all day. We've been talking about it. Are we going to see the same level of aggression? We all know that Australia, New Zealand actually holds the world record for most amount of eliminations in a Cash Cup, which are the weekly online tournaments for cash that are in Fortnite. And the aggression has stayed true. 8 out of 10 of the players in damage dealt and eliminations categories approximately are from AU and Z.
Yeah, which is excellent. You know, we're in Australia. You know, this is their home turf. I know that Aussie has been actually rooting for a lot of these guys. This is his region. And like he said earlier, if he's going to be able to call games 5 and 6 and one of them takes it home, it's a dream come true for him.
That's so incredibly true. Aussie Antics casting his first major and doing such a great job. He really is such a staple in this Australia-New Zealand community, streaming almost every single day, commentating the action, bringing the action, analyzing. One of the only to do it here locally. He deserves the world, and hopefully he gets what he would want the most is a Australia or New Zealand player regionally winning this championship.
Who do you go for, Flea? Pretty much anyone I know. Squeaks is up there. I go for Squeaks.
I can see Bob,
Rezo, Dylan, controller players, you know.
We've got Saf, Cease, we've got Squeaks, Benji
Ashes is still in, but he's got no shield.
Third place solo World Cup. So this is a huge lobby. Look at how many players are still.
I'll move my camera real quick so you guys can see.
Look at this end zone here, Pookie. It's going to be on top of the mountain. So, of course, anytime you see an end circle on a mountain, it's very difficult to traverse that mountain. You have to build upwards. When players are already there positioned, you're literally pushing into their aim down sights, their ability to put tags onto you. So it can be a difficult rotation for the likes of Mr. Fresh Asian, Spoiling, Q-Jack, and so many others that are not even close to
Benji Fish is still in. They need to spectate him. I want to see what he's doing.
Of the angle, but you also have to think if you're having to scale up that mountain, you're expending more of your materials than you typically would be if you're actually just
good angles.
On flat ground.
Good angles.
So these guys are going to have to be very smart with how they choose to spend their materials and hopefully get a few eliminations along the way so they can beef up what they have in their inventory.
Yeah, that's his controller player here locally, just waiting for an edit.
Squeak's got a good spot on the mountain.
In a good position. So if I'm looking at the players right now, I want to point out, we have a lot of players left, but if I were to predict 100 Thieves Elevate in a great position, Esh is very well positioned. No shields to his name. It'll be very difficult for him, but very well positioned as well. So if I think any of these players are going to make it, I think those two are some that I'm looking out for to come out on top. We'll see, though. A lot of games to be played.
Still 54 players live who aren't even close to the first threshold of 4 placement points, which is 25th place. You need to be at least there in order to get 3 points to your name. And Westy taking some shots onto Som. And unfortunately, Worthy had an open wall.
No.
The RPG rocket came in, takes him down to only 100 health, and now he's going to have to fight for it, but it isn't enough. He is taken out by Epic Whale. Epic Whale also gets
so many people there.
An elimination on Bola as well at the exact same time. So that's 2 eliminations for Epic Whale in a very short period of time.
Epic Whale stepping up in a big way. Worthy there. It was like a truck coming through the front door of your house. He takes an RPG to the side, and that cost him. Now, Epic Whale sitting with 2 eliminations. Another player that so many in the Fortnite community, I know Sundown,
I think this guy's on a high.
So many watching at home and supporting, predicted these two to do great. Epic Whale and Benji Fishy. He's stepping up here. We'll see if he can win this game. He needs a victory royale here in addition to some more eliminations.
Yeah, and Westy, again, just using those edits. He's got his sniper rifle out, so we know for a fact that he's going to try to get at least some damage on his opponents, if not an elimination. We can see the next zone has popped up on screen, and it is going to be a southwest zone. So all of those players that were up on that high ground and all of those players that were on the side of the mountain are now going to have to come down. We see Westy here trying to make the rotation early, and he is having to use a lot of his materials. He still has a bunch left, but he is going to have to be careful with how he utilizes those to rotate.
Wow.
I think an early rotation here is going to be key for a lot of these players.
Indeed. We just saw Link, the World Cup qualifier from Australia, get taken out here. I know we saw Som earlier, I was going to point out, he was getting so focused. One thing in competitive Fortnite, if you start getting kind of laser beamed or focused by one person, 2 or 3 more jump on top of that. It's the worst position to be in, so I have to assume Som got taken out.
Guy's in a good spot. This guy right here. That's Ashes.
Ashes still in a very
Ashes just trying to get a pick for shield.
It's almost like he's in the attic.
Yeah, excellent angles that he's utilized here. Unfortunately for him, he isn't actually in the zone, so he is going to have to make a run for it. He's got 55 seconds to do so, so he is able to get some tags
Poppy's
on
low.
people that are a little bit further out of zone.
Radius is low.
He is totally utilizing his position to hopefully get some siphon back so that he can go into the final circles with a little bit more health.
One thing he's doing, notice how he's using right-hand advantage. So because Fortnite's a third-person game, the camera is over your left shoulder. You have a right-hand advantage when you're playing on your right side. You can see a little bit more there. You have a little more angle. Good job by Eshes doing that right there. Meanwhile, on board the 100 Thieves Elevate, where I called out, he's in a pretty good position. And that stays true. Currently, center circle, I believe, in a solid spot, close to that zone.
Is Mr. Fresh alive? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Benji's alive either. There's 40 alive.
2 big potions, which give him 50 shield each. Gold RPG, gold SMG, in a great position to close this one out.
Unlucky.
Zate, another player who we are looking to step up here, does it as well.
And Zate, look at him again, taking high ground. He is loving the high ground today. We've seen him on it so many times.
Mr. Fresh, he's really low.
Coming out, J-O-Mock, you can see down there at the bottom left-hand side of our screen.
Benji, Benji's there.
Medkit even for just a little bit more health because he's not going to have the time to get that off. It's going to take 10 seconds. You see Bob here scaling up, ascending the side.
Well done. Just run through.
Mountain. Zayt, unfortunately, is going to have to scale back a little bit to his reinforced structure because he had Sync taking some shots on him, trying to shoot him down.
Yep, so would you look at this? We got Zayt, Cease, Elevate of 100 Thieves, Benji Fishy still alive. So many huge names right now. Ghost trapped, and Ghost Saf alive as well. It's gonna come down to the wire. Zayt in a good position here. He loves high ground. He's one of those old school Fortnite players that's always so consistent, always plays for high ground. We talked about it earlier with Aussie Antics. High ground isn't as effective as it was in seasons 5 and 6. And this is exactly why. You don't have as much mobility or the opportunity to get out of fights. Meanwhile, Radius is trapping right behind him. He gets tagged up, though, so Zayt, if he realizes it, can get a kill. Epic Will takes that one on Jinx. It's all coming down to the wire here. A lot of fights. Cloud9 Blackouts in a tough spot. Zayt is going to get tagged up as well.
Oh my goodness, this is complete mayhem going into these final zones. Zayt trying to scale down now. He realizes that he doesn't have very many materials, so being up on high ground is getting riskier and riskier for him at this point. Sync is taking a ton of damage. He's gonna have to pull something through, takes more full damage, catches himself, and is able to get off 2 floppers and a mini before he has to
pop
start
those minis,
moving again.
And then flopper again and get in zone.
Flopper, come on, bud. This is ticking by 10. You gotta get going.
He's doing that on purpose, because when you have those floppers, you can heal almost instantly. You can sit in a storm and retake high ground, exactly what Antics and I talked about earlier. Mr. Fresh Asian did it last game, but now he's so weak because he took so long to do it, Pookie, that it might be looking bleak for him.
Yeah, he had to hurry up. Getting off that extra mini was definitely not worth the 80 damage in health he ended up taking. We've got Westy on high ground, tarping out, reinforcing with the cones, trying to get over to that mountain, be the first player there, catches himself on the build, turns around.
This guy's in a good spot.
Just start shooting at players that are coming into zone
should
and
win.
preoccupied with each other.
And we've seen some big names in the elimination feed. Cease does it again. Saf did it earlier, but Cease is going to get eliminated, gets 11th place in this one. So with 10 players left, we are down to our top 10. A lot of big names in this one. Jolin representing AUNZ gets taken out by Hype, also from the region. Brezzo, controller player, does it as well. Pre-depression, I know he has some fans in the crowd I met earlier, takes out one.
This is Westy's game to lose at this point. He has the ultimate advantage. He also has 6 floppers.
Benji, Saf, and Westy.
A crazy amount of traps in his inventory. You can hear the crowd. They are getting hyped up. Speaking of hype, Westy raining down shots on Hype himself. We have 5 players
Can we spectate Benji?
They've reached the next threshold of 7 points, but they want that 10. The RPGs are flying. Elevate only has 18 health, down to 65 shield. Now 7. He is going to have to make something happen. Unfortunately, Hype takes him out. He isn't going to be able to follow up with anything on that. Hype going back in the storm to grab that RPG, swaps it out, and now is going to be going up against the legs of Westy.
Oh, unlucky Benji.
Westy's gonna take out Benji Fishy. That's no easy task, and it all comes down to this. 3 players remain. It's Westy, it's Hype, and one other. I think it might be Saf. Yes, it is. Saf representing America, coming from California against the 2 Australians. He's going to get a good shot at right-hand advantage. Saf does it. We have a 1 versus 1. Saf versus Westy. Look how many floppers Westy has. He just needs to play this slow, play the longevity, and try to heal up when needed. Hold high ground, and he could win this one.
He could just heal and win.
Turn this into a heal-off for sure. Saf does not have any white heals in his inventory at all. Only the minis at his disposal. You can see Saf trying to get better positioning. He is trying to go through, but he's taking a ton of damage. Is this going to be enough? No.
Nice try. He had to. He had to.
Westy stayed in the circle, was able to clutch that up. 5 eliminations, 18 points in total for Westy.
Guys, GG's in the chat. Let's go.
From the Australian here, Westy versus Saf. And Westy plays it exactly how he said he should and how he needed to.
Westy had good positioning the whole game.
Held high ground, recognized he had the heal-off advantage, and yes, it didn't end any heal-off, but he knew that regardless of what happened, he could just hold high ground, he could heal if he did get tagged up, and he could come out on top. Ultimately, Saf did what he had to try to do and tried to get some peak shots, some cheeky peak shots to get the headshots to win it. Did not pay off for him. Instead, Westy comes out on top. But a huge game here, Pookie, for our European and North American invited players. We saw Saf, Elevate, Cease, and Benji Fishy all in the top 7, top 11.
Yeah, it was an absolutely incredible game coming down to the wire there. I cannot wait to see the scoreboards and how we've seen everything shake up until this point, but I just want to take a second here to talk about that final engagement. You know, we had Saf going back into the zone to try and get a different angle. We've seen that time and time again with these players using the storm, running out.
Alright, GG's guys, so there's 2 more games. 2 more games for the Fortnite AO. Let's go, let's go. Are you guys going for? I reckon this Luda guy's gonna. He's definitely gonna get top 5 because this Luda guy's like, I think he's top 3, and he just came like 2nd or 3rd that game. He plays top 5 again, so he's killing it in points. I don't know who's gonna win though.
Westy, my man, after game 1, you just told me you finished 89th. Things have changed. How do you feel right now?
I feel ecstatic, hey. Like, I don't know. I didn't quite qualify last year, so it's good to win the game here.
Take us through the final moments of that game there.
Well, I killed someone and I got about 8 floppers. So, you know, I stayed in Storm, ate a lot of floppers, went for height, held for height, and then had Benji contest me high, kill him, and then I saw I still had 7 floppers left, so I just played for late game.
So first game after the break, so you started pretty poorly. What did you do in that break to kind of regroup?
I just ate and drank some Pepsi, I guess.
Pepsi. It was the Pepsi that made the difference.
Yeah.
There it is. Nicely done. You're, of course, from New Zealand, so you're playing some of the best from around the world. I mean, what a highlight of your career right now.
Yeah, it honestly is. Seeing like all these international players playing against them is, you know, a pleasure.
Who's watching? Family, friends, online? Anyone in the crowd? Who's watching you right now?
Hopefully my dad and my family.
Nicely done, mate. We'll see you in the next game. Congratulations, guys. What a win. Westy from New Zealand.
Thanks, Adrian. Yeah, Westy there coming out with the victory in game number 4 on the scoreboard and doing so nicely. Full out, my man. We've heard the word flopper many times today. Might be a little bit confusing for mums and dads. Talk us through it.
Yeah, of course. So one thing that's new to Fortnite Chapter 2, Season 1 is you have the ability to fish. Not even kidding.
How cool is that?
How cool is that? Not only that, we saw yesterday one of the most serene moments, a team on a boat. You can also drive a boat, fishing for some floppers. Of course, with the fishing rod, you get some floppers, and it's so important. You might be wondering, why are these players spending time fishing? Why aren't they rotating early? Well, it's so important to have floppers in that late game. You'll see it in the late game here. This, of course, is the moment
Mitch killing Jordan, that's right.
But you'll see how important those floppers really are in the late game.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mitch Robinson's very cool for him getting a couple of the limbs and taking, was it Jordan he took down?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
World Cup qualifier, Jordan, by the way.
Yeah, I saw social media going absolutely nuts over that one.
Yeah, of course, Zate right here. And again, that was a key storyline. A lot of our North American players, Zate from Canada, Saf from California, showed up in a big way. Benji Fishy from Europe doing it as well. So that was a big game for those regions. If you're a fan of kind of the big traditional names in Fortnite, Go Saf is one of them. A second place finish. Look at this. Go Saf. I mentioned right-hand advantage. He played that textbook with his right-hand advantage and came out on top in a 1 versus 1. Ultimately, though, it was Westy from Australia and New Zealand who came out on top. Very well played across the board from those two, Saf and Westy.
Yeah, absolutely. And the floppers there, he still had a stack ready to go. He probably could have kept peeling off for a while longer. So a massive advantage up there on top. The right type of items in his inventory as well.
Yo, Slides, what up, bro?
So
How you doing, man?
On screen right there, definitely looks like a football player.
Yeah, Lachlan's playing. He is.
Yeah, pretty exciting for me. So 2 matches remain, and we really are starting to get to the point.
That will show the scoreboard in just a second. Music's doing pretty. Here's the scoreboards. Brezzo was first. Crazy. Controller player. Ghost Trap 5th. Controller player. Dylan 7th. Brezzo's insane, dude. He's actually such a good player. Benji's caught up. Benji was like way down. Now he's 11th, which is good. It's still anyone's game. It always is. Brezzo's secured himself a good chunk of money though. Definitely on 30 points.
Between 2 and 3, the scores didn't really change that much. We just sort of evened the field. Heading into match number 4 now, and we haven't really changed that much in terms of no one.
Move face cam. Sorry.
Really, it's just starting to condense, and everyone there in the top 20 is actually very, very close.
Yeah, one thing I want to point out there, Benji Fishy just came out of nowhere and now is top 11. So I don't want to make any bold statements just yet. Benji had a lot
Code
of
Flea, baby. Let's go. So guys, we still got 2 games to go.
Surely inching his way back into this 11th place
So 2 more games. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, and the same thing happened yesterday, Followed. If you think about it, was the 4th and final match that Benji Fishy and his team won. So perhaps it's the later end of the day. It could be a time.
Code Fleet, Code Fleet, baby. Let's go. Code Fleet. Code Fleet, Code Fleet. Yo.
The duo from 100 Thieves is holding it down. I know Nate Shot's watching at home and hopefully very excited for a potential championship here. They got a lot of work to do to make that happen. Yeah, a pretty good day for them so far. We'll see how they keep on going. We take a look at the rest of the top 40.
Are you from Perth? Yeah, I'm from Perth, man. Code Flea. Yo, can we get a Code Flea in the chat? Everyone spam Code Flea. I'm going to put it on my Instagram story.
Obviously only 5 the difference, but it just goes to show, right, when we progress through towards the end of the day, 1 or 2 points can mean the difference between thousands of dollars between the two. Jordan's out there in
Code Flea.
before he got eliminated in that last game as well.
You heard him. You heard him. Code Ball. Let's go. Holy. Oh, you guys are legends. That is so funny. Look. Wait. Can you see that? Oh. I'm putting out my Instagram story, guys. Most of you follow me on Instagram, but if you don't, it's just flea.yt.
Look, we talked about it before, but it is a pretty tough way to play. When you've got all of the best players in the world, you're used to playing perhaps on the...
Just putting out my Instagram story right now. Funny, funny, funny. Hashtag ad, yeah. Hashtag ad, guys. Hashtag epic partner.
What we mean by that is you have a team, a lobby of 90 or 100 players with stacked players, great players. It's not often that Australia, New Zealand players have a chance
Optic,
to
what's
play
up, man?
with some of the best in the world just because of regional differences. This is one
Yeah,
of
I'm
the
good,
few
thanks. Slides, how you doing, man?
In fact, outside of World
Yeah,
Cup,
Crisis,
really the
what's
only
up? Yeah, it's
opportunity
good,
they've
bro.
had.
The
So,
tournament's really
You
good.
don't get to practice against the best, and they're still showing up in a big way.
Really good tournament. Controller players actually doing really well in the AO, which is pretty surprising. It's a bit of an RNG fest, I've noticed, so. It's Cam Chair. What's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you, dude. Is Booker playing? Nah, Booker isn't playing. Benji Fishy is, though. Perth gang. Gang, gang.
Supporting this event, I know we had some awesome streamer showdown Fortnite events happen for NFL weekend over in the States in Miami. I think Epic's doing an amazing job supporting the community, grassroots tournament organizers, or major tournament organizers like Tennis Australia and the Australian Open hosting this event.
I'm posting a sneak peek of my upcoming box fight map today. So keen. It's a good one. This box fight map's better than my last one. So if you like my last one, this one's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna blow your mind.
Everyone's doing behind the scenes, the interviews, the opportunities for us to get to know some of these pros a little bit better as well. Some of them, like, you see a name, you know who that person is, but you may not be able to put it to a face, and now you can. Yeah, that's spot on. I mean, that's one of the best things about gaming in general is I'll never forget my Greek immigrant parents were like, stop playing video games, start studying. And don't get me wrong, I got straight A's and B's, unlike my man Laserbeam from earlier. But I tried to do my best in school as much as I could, and the rule was as long as I do good in school, I can play video games as much as I want. So you did real good at school, right? I did real good at school just so I could play video games as much as I want.
Serpent, are you playing? I don't think so, bro. I'm not sure, though. Why aren't you in the cup? Dude. I mean, I probably could have been if I wanted to go, but I just wasn't ready, man.
It certainly does talk about bring people together. Old mate Adrian's been interviewing all of the Fortnite pros all weekend long. We've teamed it up with a sports star now. He's got Mitch Robertson. Over to you.
Thank you, Benny. One of the big storylines of that one.
This guy the guy that killed X2 Jesse? I don't know. How many games have been played? 4 out of 6.
What goes through your mind emotionally? You play elite footy, you know, and out there, you're pumped up, obviously. What's the difference here when you eliminate one of the biggest names?
I think it's just me to be calm and have some fun. Like, obviously, I'm not going to be one of the best players here. There's some absolutely genuine stars getting around, but it's good fun. I'm just enjoying myself. I'm trying to be better than the other content creators here. So if I can do that, it's a win for me.
What do you tell the boys at the Brisbane Lions? You know, you're playing, some of these kids are pretty young. This kid looks like he's about 12 years of age.
Yeah, they're watching now. So the Brizzy boys back home, my brother Lee as well, who he placed third yesterday. But shout out to those guys watching back at home.
Yeah, so we spoke about Jordan there just for a moment. I mean, did you see that coming? Were you surprised that you were able to eliminate him?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know who it was. I was just trying to fight for my life. I was getting a 1 by 1. And,
yeah, Ace Gamer, thank you, brother. ZZ, Hayden, thank you, man. Appreciate it, boys.
Last one, who do you like to hang around with? You know, you had a break there and you had some
Jordan, it was X2 Jordan, my bad.
Got a few years on the boys, but who are you sort of spending time with?
I was hanging out with Lachlan's brother Chances, and just whoever. Like the Chief boys are here, the organisation I'm in, so they're getting around. So it's pretty cool to see those guys.
Hey, we love having you here. Keep performing well, all right?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Mitch Robinson doing a great job so far this weekend, and it's great for us. It's great for gaming as well to have guys like him as part of our community, streaming online, chatting to the fans, to the kids, and a great role model as well. And it's good to see, good to have him on board.
Yeah, I mean, Fortnite changed the game. When I was a professional player 10, 15 years ago by another Epic Games title, I was kind of, I wouldn't say embarrassed or ashamed, but it wasn't as popular to be a pro gamer, so I kind of kept it a secret in high school. Now it's considered cool. It's considered awesome. You have celebrities, you have rappers, musicians, so many people participate in this Pro-Am. Of course, we also had the Pro-Am at E3 and at the World Cup. It is truly a game-changing situation.
Thank you, man.
Fortnite has elevated gaming to be part of the mainstream entertainment.
Yeah, Fortnite is the game changing the game. I love it. It's exactly where we're at. Let's go and take a look at our elimination leaderboard. A lot of cool stats coming up here.
Yeah, of course. Taking a look right now, it is Worthy on top, trapped right behind him in third place, representing Australia, New Zealand. But Alice, coming from, I believe, Japan, one of our Asian players with 12 eliminations as well. Nyrox playing with a lot of aggression, and Brezzo, our current first place holder, which again, he's sneakily snuck his way to that first place spot. No one really expected him to be first, myself included.
Let's go.
He's doing great.
Yeah, doing very, very well. We take a look at the damage dealt. No real surprises that top damage dealt matches up with top elimination. Sometimes you can get sneak in, it doesn't work out your way, but still over 3.2k damage dealt by Worthy.
Yeah, I see Worthy doubling the likes of Epic Whale and Cease, which is not easy to do in damage dealt. So aggressive all the time. Not only that, but you look at Link in 10th place, with eliminations, only 7 eliminations, but 2.3k damage. That's insane. 2 of these Australian players playing with a lot of aggression.
Yeah, Jen, what's up, man?
With the damage
what's the scoring?
Yeah,
they showed it before.
A little bit unlucky, perhaps, not to have
this is not the scoreboard
to go with that, and the damage.
This scoreboard is just for kills.
Relatively low compared to some of the others. So
Yo, Zima Fight, what's up, man?
The most of it, and every play here in our top 10.
What regions are these? It's mainly OCE, but you've got a mix of everything.
13 eliminations over 4 games.
Where's Fresh? Fresh isn't doing too well today.
This level of play, Worthy doing a great job of exactly that.
All right, I keep talking about how we're at the pointy end of things, but there's 2 games left, right?
Yeah.
Like this really is it. The pressure is on. You can see the focus.
Pressure's on.
Really starting to shine through.
Yeah,
Just gonna grab my water bottle.
I mentioned it a few times, but if you're a fan at home, you may have heard this young man named Benji Fishy from the UK. I really do think he snuck his way onto the top 11. I really do think he's going to continue that trajectory. I mentioned it in the cast, but I talked to him at halftime, and he said, hey, unfortunate drops in terms of shield, what I was able to find, but I'm still confident, and I really am going to turn up here in the second half. And so far, so good in Game 4. He really stepped up. I'm looking forward to seeing if Benji Fishy, Epic Whale, Elevate, Cease, Zate, Saf can continue their role.
So what you're saying is every time you talk to someone, they end up doing well in the next game. First yourself, now Benji Fishy, he's starting to come back. Did you speak to anyone between these 2 games? Just came and spoke to me.
I came straight and talked to you, so maybe you should put your hands.
So I am going to win the next game.
I think you are. I think that's confirmed, yeah.
0% chance of that happening, fortunately for everyone. But yeah, look, still, anything is possible at this stage with Benji Fishy certainly coming up the ranks. We said he did it yesterday. The 4th and final game was where he got his victory royale, and you could see his team starting to come together. Today, it's only him. He only needs to worry about one person. It's him, and still, with where he is on that scoreboard on the leaderboard, he is very much within distance. He can close the gap.
He can, yeah. Yesterday in the Pro-Am, in case you missed it at home, Benji Fishy came out of nowhere in the late games, games 3 and 4 especially, and dominated as a leader of that squad. We saw the triple nade play, which if you haven't seen it yet, look it up. Hopefully it was on Reddit or posted as a Twitch clip somewhere because it was unbelievable. He bounced back late game very, very well yesterday.
Yeah.
Can he do it again today is the big question.
And talking about big things, the big prize pool, $400,000 dues here at the AO Summer
$400,000 dues. Yo.
To one single person the player who comes out on top today. Second is 40K, third 25.
Yeah, the prize pool, so all up 400,000.
If you come 25th to 90th, you still get 2K. Not bad at all, but when we talk about how
25th for 90, so pretty much everyone gets money.
For me, it's a huge gap, potentially by just 1 point.
Wow.
Get you out of some big money.
That's a great call out right
wow.
there. Look at the difference between first and second.
So like a lot of people will be getting like $5,000 to $15,000. Like the players that do well. But like one extra point could put you up another 10 grand. It's crazy. First place gets so much, 100K. When it's Fleet X EJ lad, you'll see.
But undoubtedly, it's been a lot of fun. The casting team, everyone here has been bringing the noise.
Yeah, absolutely. And the cool thing for me,
Yo, cutie vibes, what's up, man? How you doing?
Mums and dads getting to see what an awesome experience this is. Yesterday with the charity pro-am.
Everyone gets money. That's sick. Yeah, pretty much, except the bottom 10. So everyone gets a couple of grand, which is cool.
Look, that's the type of thing we can do with awesome things like games.
Yeah, I mean, literally, he's raised by himself well over $1 million. I think he's well over $2 million at this point over the past couple of years for children's hospitals, for hospitals in general. So, literally making a huge impact.
Imagine getting 100K, literally change your life. I mean, whoever wins 100K probably has already got a lot of earnings. It's not really life-changing money. Most kids would probably just buy like a nice car or something with it, which is definitely not life-changing.
I'm gonna have to come up with an alternate name for you. Isn't that the Aussie way?
Yeah. We always shorten everything, give everyone a different name. That is the way we do it down here.
I'm gonna chalk it up to that. We are about to head into Game 5. We can see our players here. Tons of energy on starting on Spawn Island.
Where's Lupo? He's not hosting this one. Yeah, Trindo, what's up, man? How you doing?
I know you were really hyped to see an AU OCE native on the top of the leaderboard. So what do you think is going to happen in these next 2 games?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome seeing Rezo up there. It's great seeing an OC player on top, but honestly, I'm just happy with how good the tournament's gone so far. The gameplay has been incredible. The games have played out amazing. This was a kind of tournament we came into not knowing too much about. We said that with predictions. We don't really know. We haven't seen this stack solos format. We haven't seen anything in Chapter 2 since World Cup, so it was kind of a wild card one. I'm just so happy with how the games have came out, and now I get to call Game 5 and 6 and close it out. I mean, yes, if I get to call out an OC winner at the end here or shoutcast over that, it will mean the world to me. But if any of these guys take it home at this point, they're all incredible and they deserve it. So I'm so excited.
For sure. They've definitely worked hard today. They've shown that they all deserve to be here. They have deployed from the battle bus, hopefully thanking the driver. Along the way, he works hard to bring us every game of Fortnite. Never rests.
Never rests. So we have
Can you still thank the bus driver?
Son is not going to rest towards the end here. He's got 2 games to close out.
I have no idea.
Craggy again. It's where he's been since the start. We saw in one of the games there on Spawn, he got contested by 1 person, which could be, instrumental in his success. Only having 1 player on you at a named POI is pretty huge, especially a POI that has shield barrels inside it as well. So he's topping himself up to full shield before he even leaves, which is amazing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is game 5 out of 6. So this is 2 more games. So this game and another game, and then the tournament's over. So we're wrapping it up soon.
Safe drop. West did a safe drop as well. And then we have Cease. I'm talking about safe drops taking this fight against Cat. Cease taking down Cat. World Cup qualifier taking down World Cup qualifier and Misty. The unfortunate part about that drop is normally it's split into those 2 parts, right? You got the bridge that can cut it off, and he takes down the player on his side. Volks, Alice, and Aimbot here at Sweaty. We don't have eyes on the 4th player that dropped there, maybe already gone down.
Yeah, Volks, Aimbot, and Alice have definitely been here, I think, all day. They've just been
Lucky
dropping
died. Unlucky.
sands time and time again. I mean, we've talked about this before. It is a LAN environment. You kind of want to stick to what you know. If you are very well versed in dropping at a POI, even if it is contested, you might have better luck there. Just because you know the ins and outs of it, you know where the spawns are and everything like that. So it might work to your advantage. Here we have Muselk, who is doing better than any of us would have expected.
Yes, he really is. Trying to take down an NA player, Symmetrical inside this house. There's not a lot of loot here, though, but Muselk has the great axe, so he might be able to put it to work. We see Symmetrical has the shield advantage. Can't see his loadout where he's got. Muselk's going aggressive, though, on one of the world's best players. He's trying to get in. He has the advantage of the tack, but Symmetrical there with the quick Edinson SMG shot. So right now, Symmetrical can't really finish off Muselk too quickly unless he gets some good shots with SMG, which he does. I should never have counted him out. Symmetrical with the insane hip fire aim with that SMG. Now he has the shotgun, the elimination, and 26 points.
The tracking on that was absolutely insane, but I would expect no less coming out of somebody like Symmetrical. Here we are taking a look at Worthy going up against C9 Blackouts. Blackouts coming out of the SA region, one of 2. Worthy is going to put the pressure on, knows that Blackouts is low, but now Worthy, tables have turned for him. He is going to have to shield up and defend. He is going to build up one more level so that he can get that shield off, but Blackouts is being relentless.
He is Worthy, our elimination leader so far. We checked it out last time, has 13 eliminations. That was going into last game. Don't know what happened with him last game, but he didn't pick up any more. He's looking to try and make it 14 though. There's not a lot of loot here. He needs to take this fight. He can't walk over. He has to get some beautiful burst shots from high ground. Worthy has the advantage. He has 8 builds, needs to get in there and finish out Blackouts. This is an edge of zone fight as well. We have a minute 45 until zone comes in, but judging from that bottom right minimap, it looks like it's pretty far away. So we need Worthy to find his way in here and see if he can close it out. 1 point on Blackout, so Worthy's definitely playing better today, trying to hold that right-hand peak. He has the header with the cones. Worthy is playing this so well, but Blackouts is being smart, doesn't have a lot of mats, and he's using the terrain to his advantage, holding those windows for that right-hand peak that Worthy's trying to hold as well. Doesn't see which way Blackouts is going, gets a tack shot. He has him so incredibly low. I think he has 15 health or less. Worthy trying to find his way in. You have to think he closes it out.
Well done.
There it is,
good
angle. Oh my gosh, Worthy playing that to perfection.
Wow, well, he definitely opened a door for himself there, literally
yeah, Madman, what up, bro?
Metaphorically speaking, because he did come out of that fight victorious. Here we have Madison, one of our 2 Genji girls here, Tina Reyes being the other one. I talked to them a little bit before on the break. They said that they're going into the second half of today feeling very good, so we're going to have to see how they shape up the rest of the day. Volks now in a little bit of a scrap with Alice.
Volks going aggressive here, what he's known for best at Sweaty Sands. If you've played in OCE, you know this is what it looks like.
Yeah, he's got a...
Sands on lockdown. He has scared most pros out of this area. Alice, being from Asia, has not heard of that, unfortunately, is now going head-to-head with it. Might be able to pull this one off.
She's got shield and a good pump.
Alice, though, playing phenomenally.
She can one pump.
Has the big pot, also has that purple pump. So right now, I've actually got Alice picked to win this, even though Volks is such a phenomenal player. At this point, it looks like Alice has the advantage, but with some of the best in the world going head-to-head, you never know who's going to have it.
Yeah,
Alice trying to get the shield off.
Not going to be able to do it, unfortunately. Volks is applying that constant pressure to him, drops down. At this point, realizes he only has 1 build left, so he isn't going to be able to challenge for high ground. Both players are going to reset, heal up. Unfortunately for Volks, Alice is going to be able to get that 100 shield in total, so Volks has a little bit of a disadvantage here.
Yeah, definitely, and he has that purple pump as well, though, so they've both got very, very good items here, trying to finish this one out quickly. It looks like Alice wants to rotate away, playing a little bit safer until endgame, which is a smart decision. You see that third party rotating in on the west side of Sweaty Sands. They're trying to find their way in, so it's definitely a smart call. Volks happy to let them walk away with it. Figured out maybe this is a better player, didn't expect them to be that good, and now pushing away. They didn't lose too much from that one. A very smart decision by both of them. You love to see it.
Yeah, and definitely. You know, I think one of the biggest things of being like a pro player is knowing when to disengage, you know? A lot of these guys, they always want to just
Ooh, Radius versus Ashes.
Right in, but that's not always
Controller
the
versus
smartest play.
KBM.
Excellent play coming out of those 2. And here we have Radius taking some shots.
Oh, good job, Ashes.
Unfortunately, isn't going to be enough. He's going to get taken out.
Repulse.
Now we are quickly switching over to Repulse. God, there are so many early engagements.
There's a lot of fights breaking out here as well. We see Repulse getting one of the one of the quickest players in our region or in the world in general, trying to go forward. He's been dropping that retail drop with
They're both so low.
Haven't seen them go head-to-head, but now we're seeing Repulse go against Pate. You think that Repulse would have full health, full shield right now. Has the minis, opting not to use them and keep going aggressive. I think he's going to build up and try and get them off now. They're both going to have that little breather. Repulse can use his minis. Pate can use his. But unfortunately now, Repulse actually has the health disadvantage. You wouldn't think it with the way he's playing, though. He wants to get in there aggressively. And so Pate's putting his toes to toe. He's doing well here. He's trying to find his way out of it. Repulse outside his walls, just keeping going aggressive. You see, though, we see 2 players rotating
good jump
up into
out.
this one, though. The pink triangle at the bottom right and the blue one in the river. They need to end this fight quickly, or it might be someone else who wins this one and mops them up.
Repulse
yeah,
not
so
looking good.
Unfortunately for Repulse there, he's taking a lot of damage, now opting to drop down, but like you said, we have another player entering and another one coming from the south. This is going to get very messy very, very quickly. They are going to have to figure this one out. It sounds like somebody does go down.
Repulse goes
down to Jalen. Jalen trying to third party, but there's going to be another third party there.
Oh, Jalen with a little bit of a BM. He's in the open, though. Needs to be careful.
Yikes.
Can't be dropping those out in the open. And look at the loadout, though. Jalen didn't go for the loot, and I can see why now. He has the legendary burst, the epic pump, 1 big pot minis and an RPG. He doesn't need to go for that loot because he doesn't need any of it. He has everything you could ever want. If I was Jalen right now, I'd be trying to get center zone or the safest spot on the map, maybe find a power position, hold up there, and then close out the game. We have 76 alive of 90. So again, we said it might get scrappy towards the end, but these guys are still playing for endgame. We talked about that disengagement out of Sweaty. A lot of them are still trying to make it to endgame. They don't want those scrappy early game fights.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, you know, if you can get to endgame being like the top 25 players, that's at least 3 points. Is it really worth getting that 1 extra elimination and risking being knocked out of the game, getting sent back to the lobby for 1 point.
Yeah, and we see in the elimination feed there as well. It was actually Benji Fishy that ended up taking down Page. So that was a very smart call for Jalen to rotate away. I would not want to be involved in that fight. Benji Fishy was one of the players that walked up and third partied. I can't imagine anything worse trying to take out a fight and I have Jalen and Benji Fishy closing in on me.
Yeah, it's definitely my worst nightmare.
Yeah, this guy's got
Brezzo. He is in our #1
Brezzo's
spot
doing
currently
insane.
with 30 points. Doesn't have any eliminations.
6 minutes
game,
too big.
What we've seen from him,
Pump Scar and RPG,
he's
like, you
mostly
couldn't
for
ask for
placement
any more
points,
than
and
that.
It looks like he is doing the same this game. He's in Frenzy Farm. He's in the zone. Doesn't have to make any kind of major rotations. Has decent high ground, and is just going to look to take some shots out on his opponents.
And we see Zake going down in the feed as well. So that's another big one. He's not up there in the leaderboard, but as far as someone we thought that would perform today, performed yesterday in the Pro-Am, but struggled a little bit today. Worthy's still our leader in the elimination feeds on 14 there. We see Alice in 13, so they were having, we saw Alice who had that fight early with Volks. Maybe a smart call.
Trav got a lot of kills in like 2 games, I think.
His 14th elimination. But again, yes, that was a very good point out by you. Brezzo's actually been going for placement points. A lot of controller players are normally known to be very aggressive, using that aim assist to pick up more eliminations, but he's actually being the highest and most consistent as far as placement goes. So some of the disadvantages we talk about with controller as far as building and editing going, completely out the window for Brezzo.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing it smart for sure. You know, I love this play style because this is weighted so heavily. The format favors placement over elimination, so he knows that. He is playing that to his advantage. We can take a look. Structured damage just coming up, and the amount of structured damage so far in this game. Do you know what would be an interesting stat to look at? Would be the structure damage for the whole tournament.
Yeah, a lot of damage there.
That'd be amazing.
We have Wolf here on high ground, FPX on the high ground. Though he has the advantage, but he's being a little bit careful right now. He's got extra minis, but no extra meds there. 121 builds. We're seeing a lot of people rotating around this side. We talked about Luda earlier, who's up there in top 3. He had a craggy zone, so I can see based off this map right now, I have to imagine Luda is sitting pretty. He walked away from his uncontested craggy or solo contested craggy, and then he's walked straight into zone. He got it on him on the far north side of the map. That is huge. Craggy's a great drop. It doesn't have a lot of rotation possibilities. The river goes against you. Big pickup.
Yeah, unless you can get some kind of a boat or make an early rotation. Yeah, you're out there pretty much by yourself. You can hear the snipe shots going off in the background. I'm not sure where that even came from, but there are such a concentration of players in this one small area. So either they're going to have to start fighting each other for real estate, or they are going to be pushed up on. Now, I know we talked a little bit about Chapter 2 introducing kind of like a new meta and everything like that.
Let's go,
you
Forbes.
see a lot of these players walking around with the grapple gun.
Yeah, as well, yeah.
So talk to me a little bit about that. As somebody who analyzes these types of things, why are they holding that?
Well, I mean,
he's just graping people. He's not playing on his controller. He said he was just going to rush everyone.
That loot. Quite often in endgame, you aren't the one who eliminates a player that's near you, someone else does. So if you push onto that loot, you are now in the firing path of whoever just took them out. So you need to be able to eliminate them or get the loot to you as safely as possible. As I say, safety, Forbes pushing forward. A controller player I expect to do very well today. Hasn't performed too much. He's taking down Scarlet. They're on 8 and 7 points respectively, trying to find the way. And look at the build. Beautiful onto high ground. Has no rockets for that RPG, unfortunately. Trying to find their way into the box. They can only a blue pump, but it's enough to do a fair bit of damage here to Scarlet, I believe. And yes, there it is. They're both going down, though. It's a bit of a storm fight. Not sure how much I agree with this one. Forbes trying to push forward, though. Take the wall. Trying to find his way around. Beautiful edits. You would not think he was on controller with that speed right there. Trying to find their way into Scarlet.
Forbes is insane.
The materials inside. They need to end this quickly, though. This has to go down soon. Scarlet only having 1 flopper. That is not enough to stay in Storm for this long. I want to see this fight end pretty quickly for one of them.
Yeah, Scarlet is either going to have to use that flopper sooner, get this elimination on Forbes, and like you said, Forbes just looking so fluid. You'd never know that he is on controller. Those builds and ends are insane. And Forbes gets the shot off. Scarlet is very low. He is going to have to use that flopper, and Forbes is taking this opportunity to mini up as well. We are right back to where we started. Scarlet, unfortunately, doesn't have any more health left, so he is going to have to end this quick.
Yeah, a bit of a misplay on both these players' parts, in my opinion, as well. Definitely
this guy hates Forbes right now.
Either one. They found themselves very far from zone. Whoever wins this one is definitely not going to have a good game of it. I actually have to say, whoever wins this is probably still not going to get to zone. If they get this elimination, the 50 health, I'm pretty sure they're at least 50 seconds from zone, and they have 4 seconds until it starts closing again.
Oh, well done.
Closing. So they're about to start getting double ticks in 0 seconds. Here it is, double tick on Forbes, and he's out of there. Scarlet picking up the siphon there, seeing if maybe they can rotate the zone. We get a bit of an L dance. Maybe Scarlet wasn't too happy. I do believe that was Forbes who actually started that fight, so maybe a bit upset here.
Forbes
hey,
was,
mate, you ended up getting eliminated
just
anyway, and you've thrown my game. I'm now this far from zone because of you.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, it is going to be rough, but he does have that harpoon gun in his inventory with 10 charges. He is near
He's going to have to harpoon for some
might
fish.
Be able to find a fishing hole, pull out some floppers. We're going to have
Alright, let me move my webcam.
Worst case scenario, you can get a small fry. That will give him a little bit more health, so he might end up being okay. We're going to have to pay very close attention to the elimination feed here. We're taking a look at Slaya, and we have Vanilla here as well. Look at this zone. These zones have been absolutely wild today. I feel like these players have all been coming from the western part of the
You're
map.
Salvesh, some good things, man.
We talked about Luda had the north side advantage. Now it's pulling down towards southeast, though, so he has to rotate towards that somewhere. We had some names there. Volks on 14 points right now. No eliminations this game. Nice loadout, though. Again, a good choice to rotate from that sweaty fight. He's still going well now, trying to get in towards this with the third zone in 27 seconds. See how he can play it out, trying to get on top of the mountain. See if we can have him on the rest of the map.
Here we see Volks just scouting out, seeing where he can get a snipe shot off. Here we have Nyrox, who is currently near the top of our leaderboard, holding steady with 20
Those shots were right next to him.
points. He's using that edit to
Trapped
see
versus Nyrox,
where
question
his
mark?
opponents are, get as much information as he possibly can. Ghost Trapped is actually trapped down below him here in his own 1-by-1. So these players are going to have to start rotating into the next zone very, very shortly. We have the storm coming in, so all of these players on the cusp are going to have to vie for some very, very sought-after real estate.
Yeah, I want to see how Nyrox goes this one. A player who did so well at World Cup, and then
pretty
it's always hard, right?
area
With
there.
the duo one, we saw how much fame, how much attention Booger got being the single person standing on that stage. Nyrox obviously had Aqua alongside him, who was supposed to be here. Unfortunately, couldn't end up making it, but I want to see him break out. As much as I want to call an OCE winner, I would love nothing more than to see this competitive veteran take out a solo win and then jump out of that shadow of being a team game mode player. He won $1.5 million as a duo player. Yes, the prize pool today might not be as insane, but what it means, what it stands for, as the first major tournament since the World Cup, taking that out as a solos champion, he will cement himself as one of the best all-time players with that.
Yeah, that's an absolutely incredible point for sure. We see Volks using that sniper to try and make quick work of an elimination here on Alice, but he isn't going to connect with anything. Using it as well to take out some of the walls to get a little bit more vision. Doesn't end up connecting with that. The other player had a window edited, but Volks was not able to capitalize on that.
Yeah, he's still in zone here, so he's taking some sniper shots. Players rotating, and we see a lot of people on the edge of the zone right now. Pretty hard to make it through that open area in. We don't see a lot of high ground.
That's a rough rotation right there. There's going to be a few people dying.
Open field just outside Frenzy. It is pretty open right now. If they have to make that run from this edge, they're going to get taken down by everyone. They're going to have to try and use...
Is it just me, or do I like not having jump pads? Because, like, as soon as someone's jump pads, they're just automatically in the zone. It's, like, kind of boring. I like how people have to, like, run. I don't play the Fortnite, so I don't care, but, like, if they're, like... Heaps of people would have jump pads there. They'll just be jump padding. Someone would follow the jump pad. It's just like, I don't know.
Trying to take down Nyrox.
I feel like it's better if people have to like fight each other rather than just like jump pad away.
Still trying to represent it for EU, and Volk trying to represent it for AU, trying to get
in competitive.
In
normal Fortnite, should have jump pads, but in competitive,
you cannot count it out. We have Worthy coming up now, our elimination point leader. We'll see if he can try and expend that, or if he's going to keep going through if he can.
Yeah, and you can see here, we are at the edge of the zone. They're going to have a long wait to run, about 30 seconds left before it starts closing in. So these guys are going to have to make some decisions, and they're going to have to make them very, very quickly. Storm Surge is going to start to be a problem very soon as well. So we're going to have to see, you know, in terms of playstyle, who has been a little bit more aggressive and gotten enough damage to not be affected by that Storm Surge.
I love this rotate by Worthy and Volks right now. Volks rotating behind Worthy, using that cover as the zone comes through to stay on that edge. As much as they're right next to Storm, this is on the what's called the dead side of Storm. So right now, Storm is moving in
Volks
very,
just running through the field. There's no way.
Doing the exact same thing. They're rotating around the edge rather than running straight in.
Look at Volks running through the middle of the map.
But the more you can prolong that and stay on that dead side of zone where there's going to be less players is massive. So you'll see here Worthy rotating behind another player, choosing not to take this shot, showing how intelligent he is of a player, knowing if he takes this fight right now, he's going to get stuck like we saw Forbes earlier. He just wants to get in first. That's the priority.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw it pop up on the screen, but he did have that Storm Surge warning, so he is going to have to make some plays quickly. Alice going down to very little health. Worthy also just ripped his shield completely off.
Brezzo doing well.
Brezzo, who again looks like he is in another amazing position, taking an RPG shot onto Will, isn't unfortunately going to be able to connect, but that's okay. He's looking for blood.
He's playing this one so well right now. Rotated.
Got a guy right next to him.
And now he's just sitting in this cone, trying to look out. As I said before, from our perspective, we can't see out from this cone, but he can. trying to take some shots. Worthy here goes down, unfortunately. Really want to see Worthy do well today here. He's going down. Desire here. Brezzo, we're back on his perspective, trying to see what he can make of this. We have Volks very close by. It's very congested on this very edge right now. I'm looking at those players at this zone, pulls southeast right now. They all have to go against, and it does! Just like that, possibly I've cast a curse them. The zone goes southeast, and now they all have to move towards it.
Well, look at the circle, man.
Against Storm Surge as well. This is going to be a hectic finish.
Oh my goodness, we have to stop caster cursing these guys. They're going to be
I did the whole lobby. Normally you cast to curse one person. I just cursed pretty much 90% of this lobby. Including our leader Brezzo, unfortunately for him, but he's been making smart rotates today. I trust that he'll be able to make that rotate as well. He's got a lot of builds here though. As much as it pulls southeast, there's a lot of builds.
I think Brezzo's first.
Brezzo, prioritizing that rotate.
He's second.
Straight to dead side again. Someone taking the fight with him. Like I said, you'd want to see them prioritizing the rotate. It is Volks. 14 seconds till Storm comes in, so they do have a little bit of time. I want to see them get in. I'm seeing players like Luda that we pointed out earlier. He is already in zone. That is massive. I can see Quid on the edge there as well, and I'm seeing players like Mitch Robinson, Nyrox again on that other dead side of zone. And we're trying to see how this one goes. Brezzo's trying to farm this out, make sure he can find a nice little foothold, sitting inside this cone before rotating, not using a single mat more than what he needs to get into zone to make sure he closes this one out.
He is arguably one of the most patient
AFL play still alive.
This tournament so far. He's not getting rattled. He's
Benji, everyone's still alive. All the good players.
Jalen actually ends up taking out airwalks there and is going to get damaged a little bit as well, but that's okay. He's going to build up, use his resources to escape that, turn around to fire some shots. There's so much action happening here. You can see on the right-hand side, we're taking a look at the eliminations. Still pretty much the same. So these guys, again, aren't really going for the eliminations so much as the placement at this point.
Yeah, you see Brezzo there on number 6 with 10 eliminations, but he's obviously in the lead, showing how consistent his placements have been. Nyrox on the screen right now with 26 points.
Yeah, Suxy, thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man.
Placements. Let's see if he can close it out even more here. He's in zone. We'll see how this one goes. Again, don't want to curse him if it goes southeast again. There's
41
no
left.
They all have to move. If this one goes northwest, it's going to be pretty stacked. And it goes southeast. I am so sorry. I'm just going to stop talking about where zones go because for some reason I am predicting them. It goes southeast. They all have to move now. We're going to see how this one closes out. Magma being the first to move, trying to save his builds.
Phase replays.
We see replays still here as well. Trying to find his way through. Twiz going down in the feed. Same with Cease, unfortunately. We do still seem to have our big names, though. I haven't seen Luda picking up the elimination on Magma. That's huge for him. So we still have Luda alive. Nyrox, we still have Brezzo, I believe, as well. There's going to be a massive 5th game to close it out. It's going to come right down to the wire in this game in Game 6.
We are going to watch so many players fall within the next minute when this storm starts fully moving over. We are going to see this lobby get empty very quickly. Here we see replays, unfortunately, having to do some damage to avoid the storm surge, and it looks like he does it. Nyrox taking a ton of damage, using the floppers to stay alive. Gets the elimination on Lepex, and also gets the siphon, so that affords him an extra 50 health as well. And here we have Brezzo using the storm to rotate in. He is going to meet another player, and that ends up being replays.
Good job, Brezzo.
Gone.
Does, and the same thing as well. They're getting placement points now. We have top 25, so all these players now gaining more and more placement points. We saw Nyrox get it, we just saw Brezzo got it, and we see Luda get it as well. So all of our top players are still in this one. This is going to go right down to the wire. We have Jax on that high ground in the top right of your screen trying to take it out. We have Quid who's there in the front, rotated quickly. Jax trying to do some work. 8 points total. Hasn't found too much today, but one game can totally turn around. 10 eliminations, trying to find their way through if they can. Papi's on the low ground getting shots out. Brezzo gets the siphon. No, he doesn't.
Unlucky Brezzo.
Goes down, our leader on 36 points. He's out of there, so is this Nyrox's chance to make some more points, or Luda? I can't see Nyrox on the screen there. We must have missed him going down. Nyrox has gone down from what I can tell. Luda is still in there. This might be his chance for OC to come back on top here by Luda taking the mantle from Brezzo. We'll have to see how this one plays out. Jack's in a commanding position on the high ground though.
Yeah, and Brezzo was fortunately able to get some placement points. I don't know exactly how many he got, but that has been his MO all day. Aimbot taking some shots, looking for something to connect, and he does, but he is going to be taking 10 damage a tick. He is in the storm. He builds his way up. He's going to be met by Jax if he keeps going.
Here he goes, Aimbot's trying to push forward now if he can. 26 points total, seeing what he can do. We've had that high ground dominance so far. He's now on the low ground, seeing if he can be a little bit scrappy, see if he can pick something up. He has Jamok below him, and Jamok, someone's taking shots from him. I don't know if it was Jamok. He has to rotate back out, but he can't. He gets stuck by Quid, one of the young mechanical gods of our region. He's pushing forward, 24 points total now. Pre taking down Rizard in the feed as well. Jamok taking shots on low ground, taking down Pre-Depression. We have 4 players alive now. This is closing out here. He gained top 5. Luda is still in this. Luda has gained top 5 placement points now as well.
Yeah, Luda might win.
someone coming out on top in their first ever LAN. Jax is on high ground now. He's going to try and find some angles if he can. Luda's trying to find his way back up on the top or stay down there safely. It's slowing down a little bit now as these players try and find out where they are. It's 8th zone. It's closing in. He has 2 floppers, 3 minis. I have to think that he's going to close this one out.
Yeah, and you can see here Jax still on high ground, but unfortunately is going to take a little bit of damage as he falls down. He doesn't have any materials left, so he is going to have to make a very quick play here.
And he's trying to go for this flopper and get back in if he can quickly. He saves it to use it at the very last minute, make sure he gets the full 50 health. That extra tick goes off. He's getting stuck by some of these builds, needs to find an angle through. He does. Jax on low ground, 59 health. Luda taking down Jailmock. Luda has a chance to close this one out. We have Luda versus Quid. If you follow the OCE region, you know how insane this fight's going to be. Jax as well. We have 3 of the most mechanically gifted players in our region making it to endgame and trying to see who comes out on top. Jax with the right hand peek, and he finds it. He gets a solid shot onto Luda. Luda has to back up, but he has those 2 floppers. Jax had to go through all of
he's got floppers. He's won.
Better. He's using the floppers.
He's won.
And the shot comes out again. He's so low. No, Jax fires back. He goes down. Quid comes out on top, but Luda with a phenomenal performance there.
GG's in the chat, guys.
For Quid. An insane finish and an all OCE top 3 there. We'll see if the leaderboard looks the same with Luda jumping up in front of Brezzo maybe.
What an absolute tear he ended up going on at the end.
I think this Luda guy is going to win the tournament. He's been in top 5 like every single game. I reckon he's first now. I reckon that Luda guy is first. Luda and Brezzo are doing so well.
That was amazing. We saw a smile in there, and we might get an interview with him later. Quid as well. I guarantee this one's going to blow you away. Quid is one of the young mechanical gods in the region. I say that. I believe he's 13 or 14. Absolutely.
There's one more game, guys. So stay tuned. We got one more game and then the tournament's done.
Notoriety and giving himself a name. Honestly, I'm going to fully admit it. I counted both of them out as players who are just doing well in Cash Cups. They are dominating here today. And it looks like we're going to get an interview with him with Adrian in a couple minutes now. How you find these final games closing out, Pookie? Do you want to make a prediction for the final game? I know you're leaving me, unfortunately. I'm calling it with Fallout. Do you think you have a prediction, though?
Well, you know what? I'd love to give you a prediction, but at this point, it's just everything has been so shaken up. What I'd love to do right now is go over to Adrian. He has our winner standing by.
Guys, we have Quid, 13 years of age, my man. What is going through your little chest right now and up here? That was an incredible performance.
I don't know. First game, I had a really good first game. Next game, just got headshot sniped. And then I had a all-right game on the next, and then had a break, came back. I had an all-right game, got a bit unlucky. This game, everything went fine. I got set up first zone, and I just kept getting the zone every time until the first moving. So that was quite lucky, and then I was able to turn that into a win.
So you stayed high ground towards the end as well, kind of let them do their thing?
Yeah. When I was just small tarping, using whatever, trying to save all my materials. I had the harpoon gun, getting all the materials that I needed. And then when I saw I was in the zone, I saw that no one was on the high ground. So I just went up and just played a bit safe, shot down, and then won it. Man, you could take my job, I reckon, next year. You're just cool, calm, and collected. How do you do this, playing the best in the world, 13 years of age? I mean, how do you do that? It's incredible. I don't know. Really, I don't know, I play a lot. I like the game from when I don't know, I was probably playing for 2 years now. Yep. And then just played it, did bad in World Cup, but then just kept getting slowly better. Great stuff, man. Good luck in the next game, all right? Well done. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
He did well.
Nice work, Quid. And yeah, we take a look at the trophy that's still on the line along with that huge $100,000 first place prize pool. Such a young guy, honestly, today potentially go for thousands of dollars. And talking about pressure when I was his age, there's no way I could have dealt with this. Well, honestly, when I was his age, I got nervous when I had to give a speech at school, and here he is in the stadium talking to hundreds of people here, thousands of people watching at home. So kudos to him for being so composed and staying calm under pressure. Yeah, look, a lot to be confident about for sure. We'll see.
Yo, Suxy, thank you once again, brother. And Villain, love your vids, man. You're my inspiration. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Oh my gosh, it was just one engagement after another. You can see Worthy here with that.
Guys, don't go anywhere. We got one more game to see who wins this tournament.
And gets that shot out. Link connecting a bunch of
next game will start in about 5 minutes.
Well, and taking out so many players, Volks here with just unfortunately not getting enough off Jalen. Like, we had engagement after engagement after engagement. The action never stopped. I was down there casting. I was a little bit out of breath.
Yeah. Look, that's the very nature of Fortnite, right? It can just keep going and going and going and going.
Yeah, Dex, thank you, brother.
So many great limbs, so many great plays. And of course, our Aussie antics with the caster curse. He said, well, if this goes southeast, well, if this goes twice, 2 times in a row, the storm moves in a difficult direction. Literally everyone's stacked on the
They're going to show the scoreboard in a couple of minutes. I'm keen to see who's in top 5.
Unfortunately for these guys, a lot of them didn't make it out. But look at this. Looter just absolutely putting on a clinic today. Jax as well playing out of his mind. But Quid, final moments here.
Yeah, Redson, all good, man. Thank you, bro.
From the high ground, we've seen that time and time again.
I watch if it's off to school. Yeah, Randolph, thank you, dude.
Chapter 2, Season 1, how much we've kind of gone back to the basics, you know? High ground used to not be so much of an advantage. You'd see people like playing the mid or low ground, but now like it seems like we're back.
Yeah, well, when it was so easy to get back up there, right? Now you've got to build your way up, which is really, to me, that's a great. I love it. I love how things have gone back to basics.
He's signing people's phones.
It's about that decision making now. There's no get out of jail free cards like there used to be, perhaps. So I love the meta. I love how things have changed. Look, we keep talking about the winners, but there are a number of players in the top few there. Luda, who I think won at game number 2 or game number 3 today. Now going to be sitting pretty on the score, but I think a couple of good results, getting a lot of elimination points as well. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out. Here we go. It's already up there.
Here we are.
There you go. Luda sitting up on top. 37 total points up to the 5th match.
Wow,
I told you Luda was going to be top. He's doing so well.
Of him, Brezzo very close behind with a 1-point differential, sitting at 36 point. Then we have Symmetrical right behind him at 32. We've got Quid here too.
Right there. Hello.
This is crazy.
Wow.
Top 10. It's anybody's game going into the last game here.
Quid almost coming out of nowhere, putting so many points on the board in game number 5 and up there in 4th place, right in the big bucks already. And certainly, as you said, within reaching distance still of 1st place. If he goes back-to-back victory royales, and easy, the money's his.
I mean, here's the thing. If you look at top 5 to top 10, it's really just going to end up being who can survive to the end, possibly get a victory royale, because that's going to get these guys 10 points on top of their eliminations that they've been able to get that game. So, you know, we've seen these games come down to the wire, and I don't think today is going to be any different.
No, absolutely not. All of the top 20 in with the shot. 21st, there is Hype on 18 points. Still plenty of people all the way through to at least 40, all in double digits so far. So far, so good for some of these guys and girls. We take a look at the rest. Desire and Cat up there in 41st and 42nd place. Jarlin probably hasn't been his day, to be perfectly honest. We take a look at the rest of them. Jordan, again, not his day. We thought maybe he might be able to redeem himself slightly for what happened last year. I say redeem himself, but we have to remember that there are 89 other amazing players here, and they're all trying to take home the 100K.
Yeah, and this is definitely not like playing at home, right? You know, you can play the Cash Cups, you can play the Fortnite competitive series, but going up against a lobby this stacked is really not something you're ever going to experience too often, unless, you know, you set up a scrim lobby or you come to one of these LAN events. So kudos to these guys for really just holding their own and putting on a huge show for us today.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on them, and it's really now.
Yo, Frosty AU, thank you for the raid, brother.
Ready to get
Appreciate it, man.
Underway here at the AO Summer Smash, featuring Fortnite, a huge $400,000 prize pool. Every time I say that, I can barely believe it. 100K for first.
Guys, welcome to the stream. So we got one more game to go for this tournament. Last game is coming up in a couple of minutes now. Keen to see. It's still anyone's game. Keen to see who places well. Frosty, thank you once again, man.
You know, you're thinking to yourself, what can I do in this game going into the final game to secure myself placement points? That's what you're gonna have to go for. Top 25 at least to make sure that you're staying above 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place.
Yeah, a lot of pressure to be sure for these players right now. I hope they're getting cool, calm, and collected. We, of course, can't put on an event like this one without our partners. HyperX has been supporting us all weekend long. Fallout, the man, is down on the field with a bit of a giveaway, mate.
Thank you so much, Ben, and I couldn't agree more. Big thank you to HyperX, our presenting peripherals partner for this entire tournament. And we got an amazing crowd here as well. Are you ready for another giveaway of the HyperX headsets? Oh my goodness. Indeed, they are ready. I asked some of you to tweet earlier at Fallout. Use at HyperX and hashtag AusOpen. I know some of y'all did that. Hold out your phones. Who's going to be the loudest? Give it up right now. Who wants a headset? I love it. I see my man in the hoodie over here making noise all day long. Our first winner over here. Congratulations to him. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going again. A big shout out to HyperX.
Yo, Zyra, thank you for the membership, bro. Appreciate it, man.
You guys are insane. And I got my man right here. I got my man right here in the blue. Congratulations to him. Our second headset. Let's keep it rolling. Who we got? Who do we got? Oh, I see.
Yeah, Methods. Thank you, brother.
Visor right here. Congratulations. In style, representing tennis with the visor. We got one more headset. One more headset. Who wants it? Who wants it?
The kid in the yellow?
The Lakers right here. Give it
Yeah,
the last
I knew
winner
it.
to this side. Let's bring it over
Because he stands out.
to the
He's got a
center
shirt on.
section. People are absolutely insane as we're gearing up for a grind final. I see some noise. I think he wants it. I don't know if he does. Our VIP section. Meanwhile, we got my man in the pink right here. Congratulations to him. My man right here. We got one more headset.
Do you see how he's picking people that's standing out with like bright shirts and stuff? That's the meta.
Bring it right over here. We're getting ready for a grand finals. We're getting excited. Mere points separate our final winners. But we got an amazing group here. Oh, all right. We got some VIPs. We got some VIPs who want it. I'm going to give it to my man. He's dabbing. He's dabbing. He deserves it. Congratulations to him. And now, oh my goodness. We got the loudest crowd in the game. We have the hypest crowd in the game. We got 4 more headsets. I'm seeing some noise here. Who wants it? Who wants it? My guy right here, my guy right here gets it. Congratulations to him. We got some insanity going on. We got some insanity. I'm looking, and my man Harry right here is making the noise all day long. Congratulations to Harry. We got 2 more headsets thanks to HyperX. I'm seeing a lot of noise be made. It's not stopping. My man here tweeted. I told him to tweet, he did. Right here, congratulations to the man in the blue hoodie. Last, but certainly not least, we have one more HyperX headset to give away. We got the loudest fans in Fortnite right here, right now.
Go on the pink.
And I'm going to give it to this young lady right here with the Fortnite t-shirt. I love it, the llamas. Let's give it to her.
Oh, no.
And that is going to be it. One more time, round of applause to the Australian Open. People are very salty that they didn't win headsets. However, big thank you again to HyperX making this all possible by powering our peripherals all weekend.
It's just me. There's a crowd empty, man. I really thought it'd be packed. There's certain areas that are packed, but like, it's not like sold out. Like, look at the chairs behind them. Like, it's empty. I don't know. I thought they would have maybe made the tickets a little bit cheaper, got more people in. I don't know.
I don't know. Britney Spears? Wait, Boomer.
We like Fortnite. We like
It's
Fortnite.
fine. It's fine. Look, we're having a lot of fun. It's been great. This crowd's been great. Fallout's been working them all weekend long. They love him almost as much as they love Laserbeam, but I think that it's because he's got stuff to give away.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it is a fair-weathered friend kind of situation, but, you know, we won't tell him that. We will let him think that the love is all for him. Now, I can see here that we are loaded into the game, so we are going to get that started very shortly. Any predictions?
Look, Luda to come out on top. Go.
All right, guys, the last game is coming right up right now. Who's keen? Let's get hype in the chat. Hype, 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 hype. Last game.
Featuring Fortnite. Let's roll down to the desk for one final time and kick this one off.
Thank you so much, Ben, as we're getting ready from an absolute
what's up,
mad
Expired?
crowd to the
What's up,
grand
Perks?
finals. Fallout here, joined alongside Aussie Antics, and I know this is a dream come true for you to be casting game number 6 in a Fortnite tournament locally here in Australia.
Hype.
I could not be more excited. This is going to be absolutely ridiculous. I put it on Twitter as well. If I didn't do this justice for these guys, I would never.
Let's go. What's up, Acorns? How you doing, man?
This game is going to be insane. It is so tight at the top. We have such a ridiculous split as well. We have 6 from OCE, 1 from NA,
Sunday.
1 from EU, and 2 from Asia. So everyone turning up today. South America only had 2 players. I mean, it's pretty tough up there, but I'm so excited to call this. I don't care who wins it, but honestly, if it's an OCE guy, you're going to hear it in my voice.
I was about to say, you don't care who wins it, but we got some OCE players in a great position to close it out. Looter, who came out of nowhere. You talked about it over the past couple weeks. He did not expect him to
guys.
perform
Last
as
game.
well as he has. I compared him to Booga, a stark comparison. However, he has to perform here in game number 6. The battle bus is ready. Australia Open, if you had a good time today, give it up for our game number 6.
It's going to be so exciting. The crowd loves it. I'm so pumped to see how we go. And I'm going to be the first one to admit the 2 guys who have a chance of taking this out are 2 that I completely counted out. But I would love nothing more than to call them home with a victory. Quid and Ludo, you saw it there.
All right, Zyra, chill, bro. Chill.
In the end, ridiculous finish there. We had 3 guys going head-to-head at the very end. We're checking in with Eshes now. And we also have Q-Jack. We go back to Jax here as well in the top right. Player who managed to get into that top 3 last game and try and close out that insane finish. What are your predictions for game 6? Can I put you on the spot for that? Do you reckon you have it?
I'm ready. I'm ready for anything. You know, Jax, I gotta say, keep an eye on him right now. He performed last year at the Australia Open, had a really good game right there, but not really in the standings. So overall,
You do predict we'll win?
I'm a big fan of the Cinderella story.
I'm hoping Brezzo wins, just because he's a controller player and he's coming second. So I'm going for Brezzo, but we'll see.
Here in this last game.
Oh, for sure. I've described it earlier. I wanted to have a King-style moment, but honestly, I reckon Ludo can have a Ludo-style moment. If he manages to bring this one home, it is going to be ridiculous. Not just for the 100 grand, but for his career in total. Because he's not just doing it, he's doing it in style. He's closing it out at his first ever LAN. And like I said, no one loves anything more than a Cinderella story. I'm not saying that Ludo's performance in the past games to show him down. It's to show how good he's gotten in such a short period of time. A lot of players, maybe the old school veterans, not practicing as hard. Ludo saw his opportunity, and he has obviously been grinding more than anyone.
Yo, Frosty, thank you, man.
Appreciate it, bro. North America boot camp. He just picked up his first elimination of this game, and guess what? It was against Alice, who was one of our top players coming from Japan. So Volks is going to end his dreams of winning the big chunk, $100,000.
Yeah, Brezzo's insane.
Volks going to get tagged up from behind here, though. Find some minis, so should be able to shield back up and be in a decent spot. Wants to go for the sniper shot first.
It's interesting to see, again, these players not changing their playstyles. The same 4 players we've seen at Sweaty every single time. Whether it's working for them or not, they're sticking to their game plan. They're making sure they stick to what they know. Volks is on top of the hotel now, maybe trying to get some shots in here. I believe it is aimbot. I can't quite see the name. It is. It's aimbot. And he goes to shots. There it is.
My gosh.
Volks with a bit of aimbot, taking him down, putting himself up to 16 points.
The man with a
Finn,
plan.
thank you, brother.
He is on an absolute rampage right now, Volks. I talked about Looter, but honestly, another individual who can control his own destiny is Volks, and he's taking the bull by the horns right now and trying to secure a dominant game number 6. He's going to need it if he wants to take home a first-place finish.
Definitely. It's going to be exciting to see how some of these leaderboard players are stacking up right now, where they are on the map, and what's going on with them. There's a lot of action happening inside in Sweaty, and I think Volk's going to try and take this fight if he can.
Volks first, Forbes.
The floor, unfortunately, but that's all he doesn't have. If Volks takes this floor, it's going to be scary. This is Forbes. They are very good friends, and Forbes going down to Volks. Volks is playing in his game, his style. He's put on a skin that I wouldn't expect him to put on.
Volks is a different human right now.
That's Forbes out of the competition. Unlucky.
In the first 5 minutes of this game, that is unprecedented. Playing with such aggression, he is on an absolute tear, and he's looking to control his fate and come out on top.
Straight vibing, dude.
Pick up
His
one,
skin.
so Australia continues to show how aggressive they are, as Colt's going to find himself in the chest as well.
Yeah, we go back to Volks now. He's got some pretty good loadout, playing super aggressive in this early game. Haven't seen any of our big names go down in the feed. Hoping to catch up with some of them soon. At the moment, we have Magma getting taken down.
Fresh.
Hopefully we'll buy Fresh. We'll see how we go in Pleasant. We'll see how this fight plays out. Magma's trying to find his way into this one. Fresh choosing to back out. He's channeling his inner Landon here. He's still got the 1 point. Maybe it really does look like Landon's playing on Fresh today. He's wearing the Gingy skin, trying to find his way in on Magma. Again, Landon was quick to flame him for the poor performance, so I don't feel too bad about throwing a little bit of shade out there on Landon.
Let's be honest, Fresh at this point just doesn't want Musong to outplace him. He's trying to get at least a couple points right now.
That is very true, actually. Fresh goes down here. It is a huge story for the tournament because it means that Mr. Fresh Asian actually got outplaced in a competitive solos tournament by Musel.
Musel would never let him live that down.
Oh,
definitely not. Would never let him live that down. I talked to Lachlan in the middle of games there, and he said the same thing. And you know, Mr. Fresh Asian would love to have a better performance here. Tough to do against these top players, but he is on a tear.
He's got Fresh.
playing for pride more than anything, and now he's going to be going up against Spoiling. Another opportunity here to come up clutch and picked up 2 limbs and all of Pleasant Park.
But Spoiling's walked in this fight afterwards. He's saying he thinks he's third-partying it, but Fresh is actually looking very healthy, actually healthier than him here. Fresh is on 100 health, 100 shield, but then again, we see Spoiling does have the rockets. That could come in huge, especially inside this building. If he can find an angle through one of those windows, maybe around one of those corners, he can do a lot of damage with that rocket.
I don't know if Spoiling has launched rockets and Fresh knows that he has RPGs. I can't remember if that happened. So Spoiling has an opportunity to catch Fresh off guard with some RPGs, and that has a complete advantage. If Fresh comes out on top here, I gotta say, that'd be very impressive, because Spoiling has complete advantage right now, just down by 50 HP though.
Yeah, we have Spoiling trying to find his way into this one. Fresh playing it nice and slow. We're not seeing any 2 big names going down the feed. Rel taking down Vinny, keeping my eyes on that for some of these top dogs. Sam going down though to Pate. Again, Sam not have the best performance today, but definitely a player that I was looking out for coming into today. This fight slowing down a little bit, trying to find their way in. Storm comes through soon. I'd like to see them both kind of disengage now. Don't think they have too much to gain from this one.
Yeah, Pate from Norway doing a good job ending the opportunity for Psalm, who really disappointing finish for his standards. 2nd place at Fortnite World Cup, and so many consistent placements in summer skirmish and fall skirmish early on. Currently on board of Spoiling, who is just hunting Mr. Fresh Asian. RPG's gonna come out. There it is. That's why we mentioned earlier, even though Spoiling was down in HP, has a clear advantage in this with high ground and an RPG. Now he's hunting.
Definitely trying to find his way into that one. We talked Muselk actually just went down in the feed, so if Fresh can come out on top of this one, he will be able to come out on top of Muselk.
Squeak's got a kill.
He's find his way through this one. Link taking down Rel in the feed as well. I have not seen those big names going down at all, which is good to see. There is shot comes back though. Looks like Fresh wanting to fire back. Spoiling's now still got the high ground, but Fresh is trying to get away from this one. Looks like he's walking away though, trying to put out the builds, but unfortunately left himself too much in the open. Spoiling has to use these bandages. It's been the recurring storyline of today. I've said it a few times. Unfortunately, these players are taking fights, losing the fight or winning the fight, but definitely
guys, last game, let's go.
They walk away from it and they end up going down soon after. Pretty much this fight needs to end very quickly for one of them, but I still don't think the game's going to go well for him after this.
Yeah, this is a slight sense of nostalgia from game 2, where Spoiling
Fresh
was actually
dead, I reckon.
attacking Mr. Fresh, and he was able to escape from that fight and survive the late game. Looks like he's going to do the same thing. So
maybe
smart
not.
decision by Fresh. He has no heals, not the best situation. He's going to just reset. Really, really wise for him to back out.
Yeah, we're going to see Cypher here now trying to take a fight on Ruri here on the edge of the zone. See how Cypher goes. This one has that legendary pump, so I know why he's playing aggressive here. Cypher known for being one of the slower, more methodical players in the OCE region, but he's taking this fight now knowing he's already in zone and he has that power weapon. That legendary pump, once you get it, you can do some serious damage and end fights in a single shot. Over 200 damage if it's a headshot.
Yep, it is possible to hear the med kit come through. There is an audio cue there, and it looks like Cypher recognized that he was trying to heal. So Cypher's not letting him get that slight advantage, which would, if he can get the med kit off, which I think he will, Rory will have a clear advantage over Cypher in this fight.
Yeah, I think Cypher might know that he's going for it right now. He's trying to find his way onto low ground. We've got another slow kind of stay away sort of fight. It's the current meta right now, right? You can't single destroy any walls of any item in the game really other than the rockets. Don't have any heavy snipers, you don't have the mobilities. With the box fighting, though, the shots coming out. The Cypher using the blue AR. I was talking about the legendary pump, but so far it's actually the blue AR that's doing the serious damage now. Some incredible tracking, trying to find his way into this one. Has the cone if he takes this floor as well, but Ruri being a very smart box fighter, turns, puts the stare on his head, and keeps it between him and Cypher, but Cypher is unrelenting, trying to find his way into this box.
Look at the aggression from Cypher, just absolutely flying at Ruri. Ruri had a clear advantage. He popped the med kit. He should be doing the hunting instead. Cypher's going to make it look easy against a Ruri who's running away with his tail between his legs. Nice job by Cypher. Aggression pays off.
And we're tuning in here to Quid, who's now got Elevate near him though, so Quid's almost in zone. He's fishing up for some loot, has that one flopper, has that one slurp fish as well. He's got a good loadout. Quid obviously one of the favorites right now on 28 points, has Elevate in front of him, a scary player to have.
Mr. Fresh just died.
Fresh going down to Spoiling at the end. Oh, and Link taking down Mitch Robinson, so Spoiling coming out in top in that pleasant fight we saw earlier, but hopefully Quid still makes this rotation and doesn't get held out there. That is going to be huge for this tournament. If Elevate tries to take this fight right now, for whatever reason, it could end badly, but Elevate being a very smart player with so much competitive experience, I don't think he'll take this fight here, and Quid can just rotate nearby.
Yeah, we have had actually a few people, Quid, Spraz, and I think far away is Link, so Elevate in a pretty tough spot. He's just going to completely back out. So smart on him to recognize, hey, it's not just a 1 versus 1 with Spraz. There's so many other players also rotating here. He's just trying to avoid fights. That is the wise call. But as you mentioned, we did see Mr. Fresh Asian get taken out, so that marks the end for Mr. Fresh Asian here in the solos competition. But again, the Pro-Am winner alongside Lachlan and Enshway.
Have been practicing a Fleas box fight map?
Definitely as well. We haven't seen Night.
Speaking of box fight maps, I got one releasing tomorrow. It's going to be hype. It's way better than the last one I made.
Very top point players right now in this one. We have the eliminations feed coming back up. Worthy still in the lead on 14. Nyrox on 13 as well. So he's doing very, very well at the top there. He's doing that consistent placing as well as the limbs. We see Brezzo on 8th there with 11 eliminations.
Traptor must have got all his kills in the first like 2 games because he was on 12 kills after like 2 games. Now he's on game 6 with 13. So he must have popped off in one game.
Absolute slayer in This one. We got a player named Slaya, but looks like Worthy's trying to take that title from him.
Definitely.
15 eliminations total. Congrats to that. And meanwhile, Jalen taking out Cat. Jalen, another player who competed last year at the Australian Open, trying to.
I might get some people to test my box fight map.
Well.
Definitely, we got Symmetrical here now representing for the NA
I might
region.
tweet out
pick up a win today, gone a little bit down since
the
then, but
code
still
for like
33
5
points.
seconds.
Not a bad effort here coming to this final game.
Make sure you got my Twitter noties on.
It's in a good position, still has that harpoon as well if he can find maybe some fishing holes around here. Takes the snipe shot on Zexo, does not connect. We tune back into Volks, the aggressive player. Like you said, he's playing very, very well. Out of sweat, he drops down onto Mao, hits him with a ridiculously heavy tack shot, brings him down to 11 health. Mao dancing on him. One of the people we talked about yesterday in the content creator category, taking down Volks, arguably one of the best players in our region.
By the way, Mao had 11 HP, then of course got 50 from the Scythe, and so
GG.
heartbreaking the story, potential Cinderella story for Volks.
That's it.
Clock strikes midnight, and Mao ends that one clean. Volks now will just have to sit and watch his peers
big map
hope
there.
for an Australia-New Zealand win.
Yeah, definitely. Now we can see from above. I'm trying to spot some of those main players that we have up there.
Benji Fishy.
Many of them where they are right now. Nameplate's going away. We've got eyes on Nyrox and Brezzo though on the right, so they're doing it for me here. Nyrox is swimming around towards Misty right now. Brezzo's already in there in a very nice position. We see Brezzo up on that mountain, sitting himself very pretty, putting himself in what many people would call a power position. We have Nyrox just dive bombing
like a shark in the water. He smells blood on Q-Jack and wants the limb. Finally, Wise is going to back out and reset. But I felt like I was watching Jaws right there as Nyrox is going to back out. Almost goes for the hunt. Instead, says, I'm going to live to fight another day. Q-Jack coming from Japan with 1 elimination. And right
You should
Nyrox.
stream more.
We're getting closer
Yeah.
and closer to the end game. It is
I don't really know
now.
what to
I'm getting
stream though.
so hyped here. It's
I
all
enjoy
the players
making
are congesting
videos
now.
more than
It's
streaming.
moving a lot later in the game than it actually is because we're getting very fast south. He's zones losing a fight now. This could end everything right here. Luda's here. You wonder if he's feeling the pressure. Is he feeling the nerves? He might be. They're pushing him. Luda goes down. No, that's it. The Cinderella story for Luda is over. He's going down. So I couldn't see if it was Jordan or Spraz. It was Jordan who took him down. Oh my gosh, now we have Spraz coming in on this one. That is massive. He will be devastated from that.
Clock strikes midnight as well for Luder. You hate to see it if you're a Luder fan. Meanwhile, the
he's dead.
tough situation, 9 HP. You got to think with a med kit, can you survive? You just have to run and hope for the best. In a good position to do exactly that, lazy leg. But look at Parpy, outsmarting perhaps and playing so aggressive right behind Vanilla. Not going to let him get that
1
heal off
HP, he knows.
And we talked about it earlier. It doesn't matter. Jordan, again, not doing too crazy on the standings today, but that's how much it is. Anyone can change the narrative here. Anyone can change the storyline. Jordan taking down Luda, one of the top 3 right now. Currently was in first. That is so devastating for him. We'll have to see how this one plays out, though. Parpy trying to find his way in on Vanilla. Trying to get the wall. He takes the wall, tries again, takes the extra wall again. Vanilla playing very quick. Parpy trying to switch out the weapon, seeing if he can use this tack. Does 75 damage to the walls to try and take the wall quickly and safely. Parpy showing his box fighting prowess, but he can't find his way in as Vanilla is showing his prowess at getting away defensively.
We saw it with Rory earlier. Now we're seeing it with Parpy and Vanilla. These Japan players just play a little bit passive.
Ooh, that's unlucky he missed that.
Hunt Parpy now trying to get his prey. Spots him. He's going to get tagged up quite significantly. Might
Now
be a
they're
story
even.
here. Vanilla might be able to end up on top. And Vanilla is now the hunting. Misses that one. Parpy now back in control again in this 1 versus 1. Parpy, the last hope for RBK. He's going to come out on top.
Takes him down now. Did a whole bunch of research on Asia coming into this one. Watch low their cash cups, and yes, you hit it nail on the head there. They're a very defensive player. I would not say that makes them worse as a region. They play so defensively, and it's difficult in its own right. I was talking to Sundown about why he thought that may be. He was talking about because the region is so large with the ping deficit on servers, they like to play defensive and not have to risk taking their walls. We tune back in with Brezzo on 36. You have to think he's OC's last chance right now. Is it going to be him, Nyrox, or are we going to have an upset?
Let's go, Brezzo.
Right next to him, Antics. It's Benji Fishy, who of course was in 11th place. I didn't see his standings in that last one because I was down on the floor, but Benji needs a huge game here.
Brezzo's just not going to move.
Prize pool.
If Brezzo moves,
perhaps one of the last hopes for Australia
he'll know he's there.
A championship as he was in first, right next to Benji Fish.
We've seen how big these games can change around. Westy jumped up there into the top 10 at one point with 1 game though, so you never know. If you pick up that full 10 points from the Victory Royale, it can be pretty huge. And look how many players we have clustered here. And unfortunately for Quid, I say unfortunately he might be okay, but that is not where you want to find yourself right now.
I'll be
Coming
getting
into
out of there.
Final game at a tournament of this size with the chance to clutch it up. You have 5 phenomenal players on top of you. 6, sorry. This has got to be scary for him.
Beautiful cinematic shot right there as Moffin's just going to tunnel his way into health and into safety. Moffin, of course, coming from Asia. You were very high on his performance here. Can he have a big last
Try and
game?
comp for the first time? Yeah, I might.
6 here, Aussie, as it's been such an amazing 5 games so far, but it all comes down to this last end game to close out the Australian Open.
I'm so excited. There's so many eyes in this one building. When you were doing the beautiful floor work earlier, I was taking a look at Twitch there, seeing whose eyes were on this. I saw Chap, Mr. Savage, Booger, Baller TW, Innocent, Shio, all the biggest names in the business watching this one, along with tens of thousands of people at home. And we're going to have to see how it closes out. Can an OCE player have their Cinderella moment, come out on top in the few opportunities they get?
Yo, Paul, I might change it, man. Thank you.
Big blow-up moment, or something entirely different altogether.
Yeah, big shout out to all the great human beings in the Fortnite community. Of course, pro players. Team Liquid representing Booga, Fortnite World Cup champion representing as well. And of course, our casters. You got Shio, you got Sundown Balla, all supporting as well. The Australian region is alive, and surely they are proving that they can compete at the top level. Didn't show up at the World Cup, they're showing up today.
Definitely. Quid here taking some serious shots. Picking up elimination is huge. Lapex taking down Spraz there. Unfortunately, Quid can't connect with that. Extra elimination can be the difference in this tournament, but maybe he can get the elimination on Lapex. He's pretty far out of zone, and there is a lot of people firing him. If Quid can pick this up on Lapex, it will be massive for him. He doesn't really need the health or shield. He has 2 of those floppers and 2 slurpfish, but the elimination when you're this close top is massive. Lapex getting beamed from lots of different angles.
Lapex, bro.
He gets a headshot as well. He does. He take him down. Who does he go down to? He went down to Usaya. No, Quid can't pick it up, unfortunately.
Ooh, that would have been a big elim.
Nothing you can do. Everyone wanted that kill.
Medkit and 6 mini shields in his inventory, so he's well positioned for this late game. In the circle as well right now. Of course, mountain to the right. So if that circle shifts to the east, to the right of their screen, it's gonna be a tough situation to traverse that mountain.
Up the volume.
Of course, these late game positioning is so crucial. God, you gotta think Brezzo's in a good spot. Can he do it? A player that was not on our radar at all until end of match 4, where he burst into the first place spot in the standings. Meanwhile, Tina Ray's TwitchCon champion still alive as well.
Definitely, and Quid's in a nice position here. He's got a few boxes now. I'm not sure where that wooden box is also his, but he's definitely here hanging out in this metal and brick base. He knows what to do. He got into zone. He built out of heavy mats. So what that means is using brick or metal, harder to break when it's fully built, but also one of the main things for Quid right now is it makes you unseen. It's a lot harder to see through the brick and metal, so we can sit there, relax, hang out, be very, very methodical with what shots he takes, as we saw Quid taking this right-hand peek now and Chrysler above him. We have to see how this goes.
Brezzo, of course, representing Controller Nation. Can he do it? Taking a look at the elimination leaders. Worthy still on top. Nyrox right behind, the young Norwegian duos champion from the World Cup, holding it down and proving that he can hang with the best in solos as well. But look how many Australian players are in that top eliminations category, proving
Let's go, Brezzo.
their reputation correct. Some shots are going to come in from on carry on here. Ace, Will in the area. A lot of Australian players here nearby, and Worthy, of course, first place in damage dealt by a long shot as well.
Yeah, exactly there. And we saw another elimination added to that list. I think when we saw it just then, it was 16, which means Worthy's picks up another one.
Perks,
so
thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Come on top, talking about Nyrox, talking about Quid. Worthy's played really well today. If he keeps playing this aggressive, he can jump on top, or even symmetrically. Honestly, this is what you want.
All right, guys, for those of you who don't know, this is the last game of the tournament. So we'll see who wins. Get keen.
Same case, anyone can win this, and I'm getting so friggin' excited to see how this closes out.
We could not have written a better story here in match number 6 to close this out. As my friend Aussie Antics just said, it is up for grabs, that first place finish. Who will do it? Symmetrical, Worthy, Brezzo, so many top players in that top 5, and so many of them still alive here alongside the likes of some American heroes and TSM Zexro and other players still trying to burst their way into top 10 in placement. It's going to all come down to this. 45 players remain in match number 6.
Everyone's dead still.
Zora and I think that was
no one's doing
right next
anything.
to each other hugging.
I love how you see that there. You saw the zone pull from the minimap, and we saw every single triangle instantly flick towards it. Like, these players are lasered in coming into this final game. They saw the zone, it pulled, they instantly looked at it. Now they need to find how they're actually going to get there, though. Zora's eyes on it as well. We've got that southeast-ish sort of zone now, so they're going to have to make their way down there. Definitely wasn't the dead side of zone, but it was obviously not the most contested. Look at all these players on the far southwest trying to make their way across now if they can.
What does a red badge mean? It's a 1-year membership.
See how some of these top players make this rotation. I can't see any of the big names already had. Unfortunately for Quid there, we see that he is not already in zone. He's going to have to start moving. He's opting to rotate late. It's incredibly smart, but it's incredibly risky. We saw he had those floppers and those slurpfish. He talked about it up on stage before. If he gets caught in Storm here a little bit, he has that extra buffer, so maybe he's going to hang out late, make sure he gets in a little bit later.
Yeah, very viable strategy and tactic here in Chapter 2.
Benji Fishy.
Storm a little bit longer. We take high ground as well. We saw Mr. Fresh Asian do it yesterday. We've seen some players do it throughout.
I think Benji Fishy's coming 75th. I think that's what that number is next to his name. That's rough.
Be out of this one. Jordan still alive. A lot of Australian
Go Stacks,
players
how you doing,
seen on screen. Quid gonna take, or sorry, Quid gonna take out Chrysler. And now,
big elimination for Quid now. We have Brezzo up here as well, 36 points now. He's already in zone. Brezzo rotating so well. Honestly, I'm so impressed with how Brezzo played today. He hasn't gone for those massive eliminations. He's played the
Brezzo can win the AO.
Based on that elimination to place
he does well.
Threshold, I would have to say he's playing the most safe, and he keeps using this same cone tactic, jumping up into his cone that's fully built, making sure he gets full angles with no way of getting shot back.
Brezzo could benefit greatly from an elimination right now. 1 for Siphon, 2 for an elimination point, 3 for inventory. He has all green and blues in his inventory. I'm sure he'd love to stumble upon some
Benji was 19.
Or
he's in 75th.
Weapons. We'll see if he can.
I don't know what that number means then.
He's still alive in this one as well.
Quid's down here though. Quid's being held right now. He's being shot at. No, Quid's going down so low. He has less than 50 health on the bottom right.
I don't know why everyone's got a number next to his name.
He's directly above him. He's beneath Zora and Geese, some of the most dominant duos in the World Cup during that. Tina Ray's getting taken elimination right now. I can't see. Quid takes down Geese. No, he came back on top. Quid fought his way back out. He is doing so well. He's on 17 health. He has these floppers. He is playing out of his mind. Look at the upgrade he just got. A legendary burst rifle and an epic
The number's their chair number.
That's exactly what Brezzo, I'm sure,
why would they put their chair number so big next to the name? It's so weird.
TSM Zextra, I believe, still alive, and so many Australian players, as mentioned, in this one. And the rotations are going to come through. Jordan going to take out Jailbot from Vancouver. Now eyes on Quid. Quid's in a rough spot. He's going to get taken out. Jalen is able to get the elim, I believe, on Quid. But now has to traverse the entire mountain. Chances the best spot. Eshes, the controller player from Australia, in a pretty good position here as well. Positioning is everything. Pre-depression with consistent top placements.
Quid goes down there, so now it's up to Brezzo here. He's one of the players we saw in the top 3. I haven't seen eyes on Nyrox recently, though. I don't know if he's still up there. We keep solving Brezzo, which is amazing. I want to know where Nyrox is right now. 27 players alive. We're about to jump into that top 25. There it is. Placement points now gained for Brezzo. Let's see what he can do with it. He's been rotating on front side of zone so well. Epic Whale taking down Jalen. We have Slayer taking down Eshes. Epic Whale taking down Sosman. Man, Epic is out. Epic is now taken down by Bob. Goes down one of the Asian players. Worthy picking up another elimination on Squeaks. We're about to get in top 15. There it is. Brezzo gets top 15 placement points.
And just like that, you blinked and we're in the top 13 in match number 6 to close this one out. Brezzo picks up a huge elimination on Epic Whale. Gets the 50 HP from Siphon. Is in a good position here. Jax and Brezzo gets another one. Jax picks up a third. He actually eliminates himself. Sorry. As Alec takes out Benji Fishy. We have Nyrox still alive. We also have Brezzo. 2 of our top 5 current standings players.
He can win.
43 points here.
He can win the tournament.
Storylines coming to head. Can Brezzo make it in his first
as a controller player? That is insane.
43 points. Or can Nyrox jump out of the shadow of the duos world champion and come out on top in solos? We have Zayt here, someone we all expect to do very well today. We have some amazing plays in this endgame.
If anyone's going to crush a dream, it's going to be Zayt, who is honestly
well done, Brezzo.
Not in the top standings, but he can end
Brezzo's looking
good.
good.
Brezzo, but look where Brezzo is. RPG in his name. He did get that massive upgrade, and he has high ground, so in a pretty good position here. Brezzo wants to be in the fight, though. He's a controller player. He wants to take that to his advantage.
We see that on the right there. Brezzo's in the fight. We see Nyrox in not the greatest position here. He's on ultimate low ground, has to traverse this mountain. The reason why that lobby cleared out so quickly is this is one of the worst zones I've seen, and it keeps pulling across. It's going up the mountain. Brezzo takes down Nyrox. This might be it right now. He's running with it. Jinx is in front of him. An OCE player I expect to do well today. Brezzo finding the angle around Jinx, trying to end his dreams right here. Brezzo might have this one through. Jinx comes out.
No!
62 health. He's
no way.
He needs to rotate through. There's 3 players alive.
Brezzo might win.
47 health. He has
the AO
above him.
This man has ice in his veins. Brezzo gets a third. It's a 1 versus 1. I think it's Zayt. Brezzo versus Zayt to close this one out. The Titan eliminated the other. It's actually Bola. Brezzo versus Bola.
Controller players. Brezzo's won the tournament. He's literally won.
Squadmate can Bola crush his dreams. If Brezzo wins this, you have to think he's going to win the entire tournament. He's reloading this rocket. He's pushing forward. Needs to find this angle. Does not connect. Bola still has some materials down there. He's getting the minis off. He has no health meds though. He's got 80 health, 42 shield. He's being dropped down. He's on top of Bola. The shots come out and Brezzo takes it. 52 points total. He gets the victory royale, and you have to assume he's the AO champion. We don't know yet though.
He won. He won the tournament.
Brezzo, welcome to competitive Fortnite. We have potentially one of our first controller players to win a Fortnite major. Brezzo, with ice in his veins, eliminates all the Titans. He takes out Epic Whale, he takes out Nyrox, and he takes out Bola for the victory royale. Congratulations to Brezzo.
He just won $100,000. He just did. He was like 3rd place, and he won.
He so well there. I think we're going to throw this one to Ben to see the closeout analytics here.
A controller player won AO. What?
Incredible. Game 6. Thank you so much.
What?
That was insane.
A controller player just won AO.
Oh, wow. Guys, Brezzo with the victory royale. His first win out of the competition. Doing it in style. We knew heading in to the end of the competition, he was up there on the scoreboard. Very close. And coming out with this one, it could just be enough. Pointing Oh my goodness, to the controller, Pookie. Incredible games.
I cannot believe what I just witnessed. You know, he's been playing so well all day. He needed that
Brezo's career just
game
changed.
and way to keep
100%.
all of us on the edge of our seats, waiting until Game 6 to make it happen.
What an incredible way to do it. If he's come out on top.
He's won.
Oh
He's 100% won. I know he's won.
To the 6th and final match to get that victory royale, to do it in style. Right. We've been calculating, we've been adding the numbers together. It's time to take a look at our top 10. Let's bring that one up onto the board. We'll work out who's in the cash. Starting off in 10th, Aimbot. 9th is Worthy. 8, Zexral.
Bowler.
7, Pre-Depression. And 6 is Bowler.
Bowler, controller player.
In the
Good
cash,
job.
more than 2K for all of those players.
Yeah, and you can see only a 4-point differential from the top 10 down to the top 5, so we're gonna have to see how the top 5 shakes out. I know Nyrox is definitely gonna be there, so oh my gosh, I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough.
Good job, Bowler.
Though these
Brezo
games
won,
today have been
100%. I know he won. That's insane.
Incredible. I can see production is making everybody in the stadium wait just a little bit longer while we're tallying those last numbers.
Oh, man.
Everyone here is on their feet.
Look, I love the way that this plays out as well because
Okay,
the
Quid.
pressure is on as we wait
Quid,
to see.
nice.
It's very exciting.
My
You can
heart
feel
is
it.
racing.
You can feel it for sure.
Show the scoreboard.
In 6th place, we have
Quid.
Bowler. In 5th, it's Quid, $11,000. Quid picked up the victory royale in game number 5 and puts him up into the cash up until that point. Was probably only sitting about 2K, so a big prize pool there for him. Nyrox, big name, $18,000 for him.
Coming in 4th place, you can see him there kind of not overly impressed with his final performance, but you know what, he should be proud of himself today because not only did he take 1st place in the World Cup duos, but he also came in 4th place today, so that is definitely nothing to be upset about.
No, absolutely not. A lot of very, very strong players here today. We knew that it was going to be a tough one for sure. So in 3rd, it's Symmetrical, 33 points, $25,000 going to him. Congratulations. Got to feel good about that one. Again, 90 players, the top players from around the world here in Melbourne, Australia, to come top 3, a pretty incredible feat.
Yeah, and I cannot wait to see what happens with the top 2. Say right now, who do you think?
Is it surely?
We're
It's
not
surely.
gonna
Luda
Surely
then
it has
Brezo.
to be.
Brezo won.
Surely. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to see the
100%. I know.
Are you ready?
Luda
It's Luda in 2nd. And your AO Summer Smash
Holy.
champion, it's Brezo.
Let's go, Brezo. Look at the smile. He can't believe it.
way,
Unbelievable controller player.
Oh my goodness.
Controller,
Oh my
let's
goodness. The
go.
controller champion. I guarantee you Twitch chat is going absolutely mad right now. Congrats to Luda as well. 2nd place. Got to be feeling good about that one. $40,000 to him. But this young man right here
He's won
is
100K.
$100,000 richer thanks to the Australian Open.
Yeah, and what an amazing feeling. This is just like World Cup all over again. He kind of came up out of nowhere, played
Controller
so
gang.
consistently all day. 1st LAN, controller, AU region, come over here.
Oh, dear.
Brezo, oh my gosh, an absolute clinic you put on for everyone today at the arena and for some of these veterans. A very generic question, I know, but how are you feeling right now?
This hasn't sunk in yet, so I'm obviously really hyped. Don't even know what to say right now.
You can hear the crowd just cheering for you now. I want to talk a little bit about that last play. You went on an absolute tear, taking out Nyrox. How instrumental was that to you getting that final victory royale?
Obviously, was playing for endgame, played it smart, and then just got kills endgame Storm Surge. About it.
I know, it's overwhelming right now, isn't it? Isn't it? Now, do you have some questions for our champion?
Absolutely. Look, mate, you've done it for our region. You're feeling good. My only question for you, sir, is what have you got to say to the controller haters out there?
Control on top.
All right, mate. a very big one for you. I'm going to give you this. I hope you're strong enough. Oh my goodness. This weighs about a ton. Look at this. Very, very cool. 100K. And of course, our trophy. Lift it up. Give it up for our AO Summer Smash champion. Above the head if you can get it. It's Brezzo!
Finger marks all over it. Good job, Brezzo.
Oh man, this kid doing it for the Australian region, doing it for controller players as well.
That is
absolutely
insane,
incredible.
dude.
$100,000 richer here at the AO Summer Smash featuring Fortnite. What an absolutely incredible opportunity for him. Oh man, I wish I won 100K. It's life-changing money. You can see just how much it means to him. The pressure was on, and in the end, he came through with the goods. Smiles all around here at Margaret Court Arena. What more could you want? We can see him lifting the trophy up here. I'm just going to say, this thing's about 20 kilos. So not only has he been carrying all day long, he's carrying the trophy now. And what a great story this is. Life-changing for him, I'm sure. Big things to come in Fortnite for the man Brezzo. We'll get the rest of the guys up here as well. 90 players from around the world came to Melbourne, Australia to compete in the AO Summer Smash. Only one can take away the championship trophy, but $400,000 will be divided amongst all 90 players. 40,000 going to second, 25,000 to third. Still absolutely incredible sums of money here in Melbourne, Australia, and all as part of this great game called Fortnite. I could not have asked for a better weekend of action. Yesterday, we had our pro-ams, our celebrities coming through. Today, it was our champions. Look, for me, this has been a pretty exciting couple of days, that is for sure.
Brezzo's put so much time into getting good. It's actually insane. Guys, definitely go check out Brezzo. Hey, if I just chuck this up here. Brezzo. Top guy right here. I've been following him for a long time. Yeah, everyone go subscribe to him, man. He's actually really good. Super underrated as well. Last video I watched was his Moonrock video. Insane controller player. Let's go. Good stuff, boys. Controller.
Yeah, I wish I could have done better in my last game, but it is what it is. I'm leaving here richer than I came, so I'm fine.
You're doing pretty well. What does this mean for the OC region as well? Having an opportunity like the AO Summer Smash. How are you feeling about that? It's good all around, everyone enjoying it?
OC doesn't really get the chance to have major tournaments, so having this here is a lot of motivation towards players, and it's really nice to have.
Next year, it could be you, mate. It could be you, but you've got to be super proud when we think about how many great players have been here. We'll get the rest of the guys in here because this has been a pretty awesome time. Ozzy, mate, I want to get you in on this as well because I know how big a deal this was for you. How incredible, you said from the outset, the chances of having an Australian come back and win this again. Last year, it was mainly only Aussies in here. This year, the best from around the world. Look, finally, you're shorter than me. What does it mean to you?
It means everything to me. I mean, it's not about me, though. I was so hyped to do it because I wanted to do these guys justice. Honestly, Brezzo's such a phenomenal player. Luda, Symmetrical. These guys deserve it more than I do. This isn't about me. This is about you, Brezzo. Well done, mate. I'm so proud of you. Good stuff.
Absolutely incredible. Pookie, any last thoughts from you, mate?
Honestly, being here and being able to cast these games coming off of the World Cup cast, it has been an absolute dream to be here and see all of the amazing Fortnite talent this weekend for sure.
The casters did really well.
My man, it's great to have you back here once again. You've carried the show for sure. Any final thoughts for you today?
The only people that carried this show are the people to my left and to my right here. I have to say, I'm a big fan of storylines, some of the most amazing storylines in this tournament. You officially made history, Brezzo, as the first controller player to win a major Fortnite tournament. That is a huge accomplishment, and you should be proud. Symmetrical, holding it down for North America, brother. I'm proud of you there. And of course, Luder with the underdog story. No one expected you to come out just like Brezzo and secure a top 3 finish. So thank you to all the players. Thank you to all the fans. Australian Open, it was a wonderful time, and I can't thank you all enough for the opportunity.
Great having you here, man. An epic weekend now comes to a close as the AO Summer Smash featuring Fortnite is done for one more year. A huge congratulations once more to Brezzo. Thank you for everyone being involved in this. Tonight in Rod Laver Arena, it's going to be an epic men's finals. I can't wait to see. I'm on team. I'm not sure about the rest of you. Thank you very much. We'll see you next year. Thank you and good night.
Let's go. Alright guys, I'm probably going to be ending the stream now. Thank you all for coming out, man. I really appreciate everyone coming here and watching this with me. If you guys do want to see more streams, definitely subscribe and notifications on. I got a really good box fight map uploading in the next couple of... Not today, but tomorrow. I got a really good box fight map uploading. And I'm going to tweet out right now to Brezzo, so go check me out on Twitter, FleetYT. Big congrats to Brezzo, man. He's insane. Thank you guys once again. Have a great day, and I'll see you all later.